search. And so based on the investigative information, based on the investigation and what they were following up on that tip today, led us back to this area behind the school, where it's a wooded area. I don't know if any of you have been back there, but it's a wooded area that goes beyond the school. And so we begin to go back into that area where we will locate a shallow grave after being able to remove some of the debris back there, able to locate the body of a human being. All indications at this point is that it's a female. We are not going to confirm at this point that it is Miss Kada Scott, because that has to be done by the medical examiner's office. But we have been in communication with her family as to this process and the fact that we have recovered a human being. And so at this point, it's still a lot of work to be done. I'll be very candid that we can't answer but so many questions. I'm not going to get into the investigation at this point because we want to make sure that all of the pieces to this are done correctly and that we don't put out information ahead of time because we want the people and the person that we have in custody and anybody else that may be involved in this, we want them held accountable to the highest degree of the law for what they have done. And so I just want that to be clear as to why we will not get into specific details. And so that's where we're at this point. Still a lot of work, but I must say a lot of work has been done around this case. As you know, we've been searching, have done multiple searches. We shut down the police academy. That was a decision made by myself and Commissioner Bethel to shut down the police academy over a week ago, where we brought out the entire group of recruits to comb through this area. Again, so I know no one is happy that this is the ending, and completely understand that this is a lot on our investigators, a lot on all of us, because again, we all have family members, and this could have been any one of our family members, could be anybody's family member, and that's understood, and that's the reason that you see the tireless work that's been done by starting with Northwest Detectives, and then by homicide, by our partners through the FBI, through our forensics office, through any and everybody that has been a part of this process, because we wanted to bring some level of closure to this family. And so, again, we're going to wait until we have official confirmation on, as the medical examiner is going to do their process, and then we will bring that confirmation. But that's where we are right now. Again, I can't reiterate enough how much we appreciate, tips and information that have come in from the public. I still will urge the public that if you have any information, anything that you think is related to this, continue to give us that information via 215-686-TIPS. Still continue to give us that information because, again, we don't know if there are other individuals that have been a victim of this individual that we have in custody. And so I just want that to be clear, that please continue to provide that information if you have anything. But that's where we are at this point. I would also ask you to continue to pray for Ms. Scott's family.
What's the process of getting that official
Rico Cartel say, yo, what's up with it, Rico Cartel? Y'all hit the like on the way in. Ruger World Forever said, yo, salute chat, salute Ruger World Forever. Top of the morning, good morning, grand rising, shalom, assalamu alaikum. Great day, whatever greeting y'all choose. Hope y'all got that good energy, man. We are waiting for the Alicia Andrews trial to start. We are getting updates. We are live on the Hillsborough Court website, getting updates with paperwork. They haven't started showing the trial yet. Also, we got the Kada Scott investigation. The DA is going to discuss the case against Keon King, and they're actually about to start right now. So shout out to y'all. Super duper salute to y'all. I'm going to go ahead and be quiet. We're getting started now. Right on time. Rico Cartel says, yes, sir. What's up, brother? Salute to y'all, man. Much love. Let's go.
Is everybody ready? We're all good. Thank you all for being here. Ordinarily, this would be our Monday press conference in which we focus on two different things. One of them being gun violence data, and another being a related special topic. That is not what we're doing today. This press conference is yielding to the needs and the wishes and the priorities of the family of Kada Scott in the process of addressing those needs. We will be announcing that there are new charges being brought against Keon King. We'll get into the details, but the bottom line is a second case has already been approved, and we expect there to be a new arrest today, in all likelihood, of Keon King when he is brought in from the jail. The arrest will be for burning of a car, arson, causing catastrophe, conspiracy, several other charges, and we'll get into the details of that in a moment. But more than anything, as I said, this is a press conference that I hope will in some way address some of the needs and wishes of the family. At this time, I'd like to identify some of the good people who are here. We have with us Philadelphia City Council member Anthony Phillips from the 9th Council District, who has been extremely heavily involved in addressing the family's needs, as have other city officials, but extremely heavily involved, including in a meeting with the family where I was also present. He will be talking about the efforts that his office is making specifically to address the family's needs when he speaks later during this conference. We have First Assistant DA Robert Listenby here, ADA Ashley Tozlowski of the DAO's Homicide Non-Fatal Shooting Unit, who is handling this matter in close communication with me and others, but is handling this matter. We'll be addressing some of the new developments in the case. ADA Bob Wainwright, who is her chief, the chief of the DAO's Homicide Non-Fatal Shooting Unit, is present. Mariel Dela Cruz, who is the director of the DAO's Victim Services Unit, is here. Donna Wood, who is director of DAO's Relocation Unit, is here. We have Tania Leonard with us today, who is the director of the DAO's CARES Unit.
It happened about 15 days ago. Shay brought this story to us. Shout out to Shay, man. Y'all hit the button, bro. Hit the like button. Hit the like. Get us in the algorithm. Let's go.
We have Marcus Allen.
RIP this young lady, man.
Mr. Allen is the cousin of Kada Scott on the mother's side, and he is present here on behalf of the family of Kada Scott. While he will not be reading it, he will be standing with us when a statement from the mother and father of Kada Scott is read today. That statement will also be put up on the screen so that you will have the text of it. Over the last several weeks, Mayor Sherelle Parker, the Philadelphia Police Department, the Philadelphia DA's office, elected local officials as well as faith leaders and community leaders have been showing acts of kindness, support, advocacy, prayer for Kada Scott's family. Yesterday, I had the chance to visit Kada Scott's mother, father, sister, uncle, and cousins, along with Philadelphia City Council member Anthony Phillips and some other members of our team, to speak to them, to listen to, and to access their current needs, to explore how the DAO can assist them and walk with them through this horrific and difficult journey, to express our condolences to them in person, and to offer resources through our external engagement operations, which include our Victim Services Unit and our CARES Unit. We also were there to provide the most recent update on the investigation, to answer their questions about the prosecutorial process, its details, its timing, and what they, as a family, can expect next in the criminal justice process. It was very important to me for them to get some details about the case, which is developing almost hourly from us, and not just from the media. And that is no disrespect to the media, but it's hard for a family to read and learn things about a loved one for the first time on a television screen or on social media or by reading an article. So we wanted to make sure that we conveyed to them as early as possible, as much as possible, so that they would have the information that they wanted and that they needed. During the sit down with the family, we made a commitment that today's press conference would be all about their daughter. And therefore, as I've already mentioned, there are certain things that we want to cover today. We want to cover a statement that is to be read and released to the media on behalf of the family, specifically written and approved by the mother and father of Kada Scott. We want to cover some recent developments within the investigation and prosecution of Keon King. We want to continue our request for the community's assistance, tips, and information that would help the investigation and strengthen the prosecution against defendant Keon King. Let's understand the community has already done tremendous work in aiding progress with this investigation. We are simply asking for more. And we also want to convey the upcoming effort to support the family of Kada Scott, led by City Council Member Anthony Phillips of the 9th Council District, including the use of his office for that purpose, and we will let him speak about that. I'd like to start with the family's statement. Tania Leonard, who is the director of the DAO's CARES unit, and Mariel Dela Cruz, Jessica Serrano, victim witness coordinator, will stand with Tania, is going to read that statement on behalf of the family. Standing with them, of course, will be Mr. Marcus Allen. Although he will not be speaking today, he will be here at their request and as their presence in this moment. You should know that Tania, who was present when Councilmember Phillips and I spoke to the family, will be working collaboratively with them and with our internal and external victim advocates to prioritize critical necessary services to support the family and communities that are impacted by this horrific killing. Tania Leonard and friends.
Good morning. I'm Tania Leonard, the Director of Crisis Assistance, Response, and Engagement Unit here at the Philadelphia District Attorney's Office. And on behalf of the CARES unit, I want to begin by extending our deepest care and support to the family of Kada Scott during this unimaginable, difficult time. CARES was created to stand with families who have experienced this type of tragedy and to walk beside them, help them access the support they need, and ensure they are not alone in days and weeks ahead. Yesterday evening, members of our team met with the mother and father of Kada Scott at their home alongside the district attorney to offer our continued presence, resources, and support as they navigate this profound loss. At this time, with the family's permission, we'll share a statement prepared by Kada's mother and father as we stand in solidarity with the family as a unit, as victim advocates, and as an office during this journey of grief and healing. Today, we'll say her name. Tomorrow, we'll say her name. And forever, we will say her name. It is with profound sadness that we share the tragic passing of our beloved daughter, Kada Scott. We kindly ask for space and privacy at this time as we process the heartbreaking events of the past few weeks. Our hearts are shattered, yet we are deeply grateful for the outpouring of love, support, and prayers from people across the nation and around the world. Please continue to keep us in prayer as we navigate this unimaginable loss. Our hearts are broken beyond measure. We are profoundly thankful to every person who shared Kada's story, joined the search efforts, prayed with us, and stood by our family during this devastating time. Your compassion, love, and strength have carried us when we could not carry ourselves. Kada was deeply loved. Her light, kindness, and beautiful spirit will forever remain in our hearts. We also wish to extend our heartfelt gratitude to Mayor Sherelle Parker, the Philadelphia Police Department, all first responders, local volunteers, community organizations, and media outlets, as well as everyone who worked tirelessly to help find our daughter. Although the outcome is one no parent should ever have to face, we remain thankful for the unity, leadership, and love that surrounded us through it all. As we continue to grieve, our family now seeks justice for Kada. We place our full trust in the Philadelphia Police Department and the Philadelphia District Attorney's Office to ensure that the truth is revealed and that those responsible are held accountable to the fullest extent of the law. Please honor Kada's memory by showing kindness and care to one another, just as she did every day of her life. With love, strength, and gratitude, the family of Kada Scott.
Thank you, Tanya Leonard. Ashley Teslowski will be, at this time, lead counsel in the prosecution of Keon King and has been working tirelessly on every aspect of the case, including obtaining a warrant that contains additional charges. Those charges include arson, causing catastrophe, conspiracy, unauthorized use of an automobile, receiving stolen property, reckless endangerment of another person, tampering with evidence. We are not done, but this is a significant development in the prosecution itself, and obviously there have been other developments already reported over the weekend in the case. It is my pleasure to call forward Ashley Teslowski, who does about as good a job as anyone I've ever seen.
Thank you. Our hearing date, hopefully this afternoon or certainly by tomorrow. As the DA said, we should have more information into him at all of the locations on evidence that we had already gained, and we had video evidence indicates it was on location. Video evidence then indicates it leaves the location. It is burned on October 7th. It was located at the 2300 block of 74th Avenue. When this new video evidence was uncovered this week, charges, as the DA just said, of arson, causing catastrophe, conspiracy, unauthorized use of an automobile, tampering with evidence, recklessly endangering another person, and receipt of stolen property. Those charges are in reference to the burning of a vehicle. That vehicle is a 2008 black Hyundai Accent. That vehicle first entered our radar last week. Investigators received a tip that there was a vehicle burning and that vehicle had some connection to this case. At the time last week, when investigators went to the location where the vehicle was burned, that vehicle was no longer there. It had already been towed, compacted, and was in a junkyard. This weekend, we recovered additional evidence, including video evidence that confirms that this vehicle, we believe, is the vehicle that Mr. Keon King used to move Ms. Scott. We recovered video out from near the Ada Lewis Middle School, where our search and the investigator search has been focused. There's a rec center directly next to that school. Video evidence was recovered from that rec center, and we are now able to say that this Hyundai Accent was on location at all of the times we're looking at all of the pertinent points in the investigation. That vehicle was stolen on October 3rd from the area of 6600 Sprague Street. We believe that vehicle is the vehicle that was used in this case. That vehicle was then on scene at that rec center, which ultimately, as we all know, is where we found Ms. Scott's human remains. Video evidence indicates it was on location. Video evidence then indicates it leaves the location. It is burned on October 7th. It was located at the 2300 block of 74th Avenue. When this new video evidence was uncovered this weekend, investigators from the homicide unit cross-referenced all of this information with the cell phone evidence that we had already gained and we had already been using in terms of the kidnapping case and other charges. What I can share is that the cell phone evidence, the call detail records, and timing advance data as it pertains to Keon King's mobile device puts him at all of the locations that we're talking about. It's on scene when the Hyundai Accent is there at the recreation center. It is on scene when the vehicle is burned. Based on that, last night I approved those charges, and as the DA said, we should have more information in terms of bail and a preliminary hearing date, hopefully this afternoon or certainly by tomorrow.
Thank you, Ashley. Appreciate those details. Just a reminder to those in the public who have been so helpful, I think you just heard Ashley Teslowski talking about the fact that this burning automobile was connected to this case in part due to a tip from the public. I'm not kidding when I say that the public has played an enormous role here. I would ask residents of Philadelphia to continue reaching out with tips and information to seek justice for the family of Kada Scott and to allow us to have all the facts so we can justly and vigorously prosecute defendant Keon King and any other people who may have been involved with his activity. Philadelphia Police Department can accept this information at 215-686-TIPS. In other words, 215-686-TIPS. You can also call the DA's office at 215-686-8000, and we will make sure that your information is considered as an aspect of this investigation. It is now my pleasure to introduce Philadelphia City Council member Anthony Phillips of the 9th Council District, who has been on this, along with other city officials, to include Mayor Sherelle Parker, Police Commissioner Kevin Bethel, Council President Kenyatta Johnson, faith leaders, members of the faith community. Councilmember Phillips has been there from the start. And he has, for Phillips.
Good morning. Thank you, District Attorney Krasner, for your efforts to bring this monster to justice. I'm not here to talk about the monster. I'm here to talk about Kada and the family. As District Attorney pointed out recently, we had the opportunity to meet with the family of Kada. We had, quite some private conversation about some things that were really important to the family. And what we determined from that conversation from the family is the kindness and wonderfulness of who Kada was. And after speaking with the family, they told us some things that could be helpful to them. And so myself and our office has decided that we're going to try to support them in their efforts to help them with their needs. But before I begin, I just want to make this announcement. I just want to say that Kada Scott mattered. Her life matters. She was a kind woman. She, as the family has pointed out, Kada was kind. She was kind in how she helped support the elderly at her work. She was kind to her friends. She was kind to her family, her school teachers that she had, high school principals talked about her college administrators and staff and professors have spoken about her. They talked about her contagious joy and smile and wonderfulness. And so we're reminded that, tragedy strikes here in Philadelphia, and nothing can cease the pain that this family is going through. But what we can do as a city, and what we've been doing for the past several weeks as a city, is showing our kindness to this family. Because Kada is someone who could have been our sister, our cousin, just someone that is a friend or family member in our lives. That decency is How
y'all doing? Sorry for the somber news, but it's news nonetheless. This is what's going on right now. Kada Scott her body has been found. Keon King turned himself in. They received a very specific anonymous tip as to where her location was. The neighbor who gave her location to Keon also spoke out. I'm gonna let them talk. I ain't gonna talk too much. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Shay. She told us about this. I've been looking at it off and on. It's a sad case, hard to cover when it's this sad, bro. You know, I ain't trying to bring the mood down, but yo, we gotta stay informed. This is what's going on right now. That's what everybody talking about. We got the Alicia Andrews case. The update on that is they're picking the jury, and I think Tampa, as opposed to Jacksonville, Tampa isn't showing the inside of the courthouse with just the seal being showed or whatever. Tampa is not gonna start theirs until the trial actually starts, I think, until jury is selected. So we are getting updates. We do have paperwork updates on that right there. You can see right here they just signed. This was signed this morning, maybe 30 minutes ago. Just the notice of a hearing stating that failure to appear may result in a warrant, but she's, we know Alicia is in custody, so she's getting. There is no failure to appear. They're transporting her from there to here. They're just signing everything. The paperwork is in process. Court is going to proceed. They are there. The trial is going to happen. You see, even though the paperwork says August, the date that this was updated was today on the website. So, but we'll get to it in a second. Shout out to Phoenix 44. I see you, brother, man. Shout out to all y'all. Salute to the fam. Phoenix 44 said, good morning to the fam. Yo, what did I miss? Miss Duval said, what he did to her, rumor. He took her and he killed her. They're saying that his brother is involved. It's a crazy story. It's a lot going on, Miss Duval. We'll get into it more. I just want to shout out the chat, and I want to be quiet and let them. As a matter of fact, I think I should. Let me see what they're saying. It might be something important. Hold on, y'all. I got the chat. Give me a second.
We are always trying to do better. We have already acknowledged, and I'll acknowledge again, we could have done better with respect to one or more of the decisions that were made in a case that was otherwise handled well. And we are looking at a variety of different options that I think are appropriate for the lessons that we have learned in this case. As for your other two questions, I'm going to ask Ashley Tizlowski to come forward to answer them for you.
So in terms of your first question about the tip, what I can share is that obviously initially we received a tip to go to a meeting last week. We received a tip to go to the Ada Lewis Middle School. Investigators did a thorough search. Essentially what the new tip was this weekend was go back. It was go back, she's there, look again, and they did give more specific details in terms of where to look. And ultimately that is what led us to her. I'm not going to say how. Obviously, we are investigating the tip, and we'll continue to do that, but the tip was more specific than the first. It was very specific to go back, and it was more specific in terms of where to look, and that is what the police did. And I'm sorry, your second question was? How do they know each other? I'm still not going to comment on that. It's something that is actively being investigated. Obviously, they knew each other to some extent. We believe in terms of maybe there was some cell phone communication, obviously. But other than that, I'm not going to comment in terms of how they know each other. That's something that's still, or where they met or how long they knew each other, because that is something that's still being investigated.
Channel 6 ABC, Tarhonda Thomas. Did I pronounce? My apologies. You're Channel 3 CBS as well? Yes, sir. Of course, yeah.
Just two follow-up questions. You mentioned lessons learned. I wonder if you could give the specifics of those lessons that your office has learned in this. And my second question is this tipster have any relationship to the
All right. So So we're now getting into 5 questions from one station, but let me see what I can do for you, all right? I'm not going to get into all of the specifics other than to say that we have already discussed in this office the value that we have seen for certain kinds of cases in specialization. It's something that we have done before in changing the way things have been done literally for decades in this office. I'll leave my comment on that point there. Your second question again, sir?
The tipster, are they related to Keon King?
When you say the tipster, you're speaking of the tipster for the...
The person who followed up with a tip said go back and get more details and to be specific. Is this a family member of Keon King or something related?
I think I know what the answer is going to be, but let me check with Ashley Teslowski. Well, that answer is a little different than I expected. The answer is we don't know, and we are investigating it at this time. All right. Taronda, I apologize for mispronouncing.
I want to make sure a point of clarification. Has the medical examiner officially confirmed that this is Kada Scott, make a positive identification? And then my second question is, going back to the case in January related to this, who withdrew the charges? Was it something that the DA's office did, the judge? Make that clarification.
So as for your first question, it has been confirmed that these are the human remains of Kada Scott, and that has been confirmed by DNA. I believe that's also been reported. There was some erroneous reporting that it was quick DNA. It was actually not quick DNA. It was the regular DNA. So that is resolved. And I'm sorry, your second question?
The second question was about the withdrawal of the charges from the January case. Who decided to withdraw those cases? Was it something done by the judge, the district attorney's office? And just as it relates to the witness not showing up, would it have been sufficient if that witness, for instance, gave a statement to police that was on video? Was that something that was there and not able to be used?
So Ms. Thomas, this is something we addressed previously. I'll go over it again in summary form. But this is a situation in which there were actually 2 witnesses. There was a complainant. There was an eyewitness. There were good efforts to have the case prepared, to contact them, to speak to them. There were good efforts to subpoena them. Nothing is perfect in this life, but that was all handled well. The case was marked must be tried by a judge at the first listing when these witnesses did not appear. Neither one of them appeared for either one of these 2 listings. That is a judicial decision. It is not our decision. And then on the second occasion, when these 2 witnesses did not appear again, the attorney who was handling this case was faced with having the case either thrown out or withdrawn. There are certain strategic reasons why it can be better to have it withdrawn. But understand, when a judge of a particular level, and here it's the municipal court, rules that this is a must-be-tried case, that, under the law as it exists, requires the second judge to throw it out if the case is not ready to be tried. As we have indicated before, I do believe that there is a way this could have been presented without those witnesses. The buck stops here. That is on me, that it was not handled in that fashion. But I also believe, as I've said before, that it's a tough situation, especially in domestic cases, when you have a defendant out of custody who's going to come in and out of the courthouse doors just like those witnesses. All right, Channel 10, Telemundo, Isabel Sanchez.
Sorry to be described, but I'll ask in Spanish. Si nos puede hablar de estos nuevos cargos que presentan el día de hoy contra Keon, por favor.
Tenemos cargos nuevos. En este caso, tienen que ver con lo que pasó con un automóvil. Quemaron el automóvil. Is that the right word? Okay. I saw those eyes. I thought I got it wrong. Let me try it again. Tenemos cargos nuevos, en este caso, sobre quemar un automóvil. Esos cargos van a incluir el cargo de arson, también de auto theft, receiving stolen property, causing a catastrophe. Son las palabras en inglés que tienen que ver con lo que hizo este defendiente en cuanto al automóvil que él usó para llevar a la víctima.
My second question would be, ¿se podrían esperar más cargos a medida que esta investigación continúa?
Okay, English and Spanish.
I just ask if we can expect more charges.
I have reason to believe that there will be additional charges that will be coming. Exactly when is unclear, and it may be two different groups of additional charges. But yes, we expect there to be new charges. En español, yo creo que vamos a tener más cargos. En este caso, posiblemente en dos grupos, no puedo decir precisamente cuándo, pero van a venir en este caso. Thank you. Channel 10 NBC, Aaron Baskerville.
A lot of questions have been asked that I wanted to ask, but I got two, because off the top you said the second case is included logistically. Is that a different case, or is that the other charges you're talking about, or is there a whole other case or another person that you're looking at? When you say second case, or did somebody, a victim, come forward? What does that mean, second case?
When I say a second case today here, what I'm talking about is that this arson of this automobile is a second case. Please remember that these events didn't all happen in a 30-minute period of time. These happen on different days, in different places. They involve different activity. You know, the theft of a car, the burning of a car is different than a kidnapping, for example. So what is happening today is the initiation of a second case that will not only require a second set of charges and arrest, for which the defendant is going to be brought down from custody. It'll require a second bail hearing. Some of the process may occur at the same time in terms of the prosecution itself, because it's part of a larger story. But what we are announcing today in and of itself is a second case. Could there be additional cases if there are other victims who come forward? Yes, there could be additional cases if there are other victims who come forward. There could be additional cases as more evidence develops and we have probable cause to bring more charges for things that happened over this period of a few weeks.
Nobody else stepped forward so far, other victims or anything like that?
I'm not going to comment on that at this time.
My second question is kind of more of the timeline. So just in my head, there's a lot of information. October 3rd, the car is stolen. We believe Mr. King stole that car, and then obviously she disappears October 4th. Then October 7th, the car is found burned and I guess towed away. At the rec center, is the car after it's stolen, or October 4th, is that the car that's used? We believe that Kada is in with Mr. King, and they're at the rec center. When are they at the rec center? In between that October 3rd, when the car is stolen, and October 7th, when the car is found burned and destroyed?
Well, I think you raise a very good point that the timeline is a little bit complex and confusing. And especially if you're talking about more than one car being used in more than one place, it's probably helpful to go through that timeline. So I'm going to ask Ashley Tislowski to come forward. And even though, we've been talking about this so quickly that we sometimes don't slow down to identify exactly what place, exactly what car, I'm going to ask Ashley as best as she can to explain this as if she were explaining to people who didn't know anything about it.
So in terms of the timeline, you pretty much got it accurate, meaning the car was stolen on October 3rd. Obviously, Ms. Scott goes missing the next day. That vehicle then, we believe, immediately goes to the rec center. We believe it remains there for about a day and a half until it then leaves and the car is burned. In terms of what the video showed or what we know about what happened there, I'm not going to comment on. I think there will be an appropriate time for those details to come out, and that appropriate time would be at the preliminary hearing when all of the evidence is presented. But in terms of a timeline, you had it right. October 3rd, the vehicle goes missing. October 4th, she goes missing. We then pick up the vehicle at that location where it remains for about a day and a half. It then leaves and is burned the next day on October 7th.
Do you believe Mr. King stole that car, or did somebody else steal that car? Are you happy to just be in?
I don't want to comment about what I believe happened. All I can say at this point is what the evidence that we have, and what I can say is the evidence that we have is that Mr. King's phone is on location when that vehicle's at the rec center, and it's on location when the car is burned. That is what we know right now.
Was it on location when it was stolen?
We have it in the area, but we do not have it on location. That's not to say he wasn't there. All we can do is look at the cell phone evidence that we have in terms of when calls are being made and when data can be plotted, if that makes sense.
All right, let me see. Channel 17, John Leonard. Do you have any questions, sir? Thank you. 29 Fox, Kelly Rule.
I think Ashley, someone answered this, but the video evidence
let me just note this, and then once again I'll bring Ashley up. But you may have noticed that we're charging conspiracy with reference to the arson. Now that's a separate place and time, but we don't bring charges unless we have probable cause. Let me now ask Ashley to come forward.
My answer is essentially going to be the same thing, right? I mean, obviously we did charge conspiracy, so at this point we do have reason to believe that other people may have been involved after the fact, but in terms of who those people are and the level of their involvement, I'm not going to comment at this time. It's very much still being investigated.
And you mentioned that the car was towed and impounded. Is it believed that King had anything to do with that, or that was just the community making calls saying, like, get this car?
There was a 911 call that a vehicle was on fire. So police did respond to it. The fire department responded to it, ruled it an arson, and then at that point, when they were finished with their investigation, the car was demolished. It was burned, so it was taken and towed and compacted and
Demolished before they could pull evidence from the car.
yes. Well, and I'll say when we got there, it was completely compacted, right? What the tow company had already done, or what the junkyard had done, had already been done. With that being said, the car had been completely burned. And in terms of being able to tell what happened, the fire department was able to say it was an arson, and we're also able to have video to kind of piece things together. So there's no question about what happened. We were able to determine that.
Thank you. All right, let me see. Kristen Johansson, KYW.
Two questions. One's for Ashley. How does the car play in the gold Camry play in then to this whole? Because we're gonna have to say something about the whole car.
Yes, so what I can say at this time is that at the point where the Hyundai Accent is on scene, on video at the rec center leading up to, all of the events we're talking about, the other car, the Toyota, is there as well. And we believe the people in these vehicles are working together.
And then the other thing is how much, as far as volumes, how much surveillance video is it? Because I know there was a lot, over a lot of verifications. So how much, it's hard probably to quantify, but.
We have extensive amounts of video information at this point, and it's still being retrieved as we speak. And I expect there will be more. It is a lot of video. What I can say is that, initially when the video was recovered, they were reviewing it kind of in real time as it was being recovered, and that's the information I'm basing this all off of today. There will be more, and there is more, and their detectives will continue to go through all of the video. It's a lot of video.
And then for District Attorney Larry President, there's obviously been a lot of criticism of your office and how your office handled this case, and also additionally how bail was handled in general. What can you do to ensure, or I guess ensure the public, or there's probably a better word there, ensure the public that there's not another Kada Scott that's going to come out, that there's not going to be another kind of case like this where case is withdrawn, it's violence against women, case withdrawn, bail was not, appealed immediately. It seems that you're putting the blame on the judges for that. How can you ensure that there's not going to be another Kada Scott?
Well, actually, I think it was pretty clear that I wasn't putting the blame on the judges. I think I was pretty clear that I was blaming the existence of cash bail. And systemically, we all have to try to do better. The Commonwealth of Pennsylvania should stop making money off of bail. And they should go to a system that is much more effective, one where truly dangerous people remain in custody. And that has worked for more than 3 decades in D.C., and that is about 12% of defendants. And where the rest of those defendants are not required to pay money because, for the most part, they face much less serious charges, and the only reason they're in jail is because they're broke. The bail system is broke. That should be fixed. That was not a criticism of individual judges. That was a criticism of that system. What I can tell you is that the buck stops here. We recognize that there are some things that could have been done better in this case. From the moment this occurred, we have been looking at ways that we can improve our systems, because we have to be open to systemic change as well, and we will have further announcements about that in the future.
So have you done any policy reviews or looked at anything?
We are-
Anything specifically you can tell the public about that?
We are actively looking at ways that we can do better. It is, it's everybody's view of this is always clear when you're looking back and you have fuller knowledge, nobody's view is quite as clear. Whether it's a judge setting bail or it's a prosecutor making a decision, nobody's view is quite as clear earlier. We need to try to change that. We need to try to find ways to be better at making sure that there are as few errors as possible and that there is as much protection as possible, especially in the current environment women face. Jesse Bunch, Philadelphia Inquirer.
So this is also about how prosecutors handle King's prior cases. We're seeing a warrant signed on King's second case, the kidnapping charge on January 19th. I think King will be arrested and charged for that 7 months later, but in February, King would have had to appear in court for that first assault case.
Oh, man.
In December. So I'm asking, why wasn't King taken into custody in February at the CJC if he had that open warrant out for him for the kidnapping charge?
I have to admit, I lost track somewhere in the middle there, and I don't say that to be in any way dismissive. Can you just say that again, please, so I can make sure that Ashley and I hear your points?
So for King's case in February, for the charges from December, in between then, there was a second case open against him, the kidnapping charges from January. So there would have been an open warrant when he appeared in court in February for a different case, at least to my understanding. So we're just wondering why then was he not arrested and charged until April?
Let me see if I can help you with that.
So what I was just sharing with the DA was, in front of me, I don't have the date that warrant was actually dropped against Mr. King. I don't know if you have that or if you're just assuming that there was a warrant at the time, because I know he wasn't arrested until closer to April, and I believe the warrant was closer to that, but again, I don't have the date that that warrant came through, meaning I can't stand here and say that that warrant was active at the time he appeared. I don't have that in front of me.
We saw January 19th.
I'm not saying you're wrong, I just don't have it in front of me. In terms of when the warrant came through, I don't know. But obviously, once he was arrested, bail was set at that time.
All right, let me see. Tom McDonald, WHYY.
I know you don't have a specific timetable, but in similar cases like this, where there's a homicide in question, how long does it usually take for the results from the autopsy to move forward so you can charge?
I think that's a great question. I'm just trying to, consistent with our need to protect certain information and provide certain information, I'm just trying to figure out how much we can say to answer that. If you don't mind, I'm going to huddle up with Bob Wainwright and with Ashley Teslowski and see what we can say.
Oh man, y'all still here? This is crazy. We trying to get through this. This is a sad one. Rico Cartel says, "Nah, for real, Shay." Miss Duval said, "Murderous spirit." Lou Shay says, "Like, why none of her co-workers didn't suspect anything when she didn't return for the rest of her shift?" Shay says, "I don't care. They dropped the ball. They definitely dropped the ball, and they are admitting it right here in real time." Rico Cartel says he's a bitch. Shay says, "I'm just confused as to why he unalived her. He was already mentally disturbed. He had kidnapped somebody before and got out for it. It's crazy." Shay says, "At Phoenix, you might be right, but I think with her being an adult, it takes longer. They still didn't do their job right." I agree. Phoenix says maybe they ain't served good enough.
All right,
like
to answer your question, how long does it typically take? It typically takes a short amount of time when the incident happens and the body is found immediately afterwards. Cases like this, it may take longer. So there's really no exact answer to that. And what we all know is that Kada Scott's human remains were found 2 weeks after she went missing. So it is not, there's no, what I can tell you also is that the medical examiner's office is actively working on this, and we're waiting on a cause and manner of death, and we should have that information as soon as possible.
But you're preparing homicide charges?
I think that's a fair statement.
All right, let me see. Sherry Stone, Philadelphia Tribune.
I guess it's too early to predict
What I can say is we are not in a position to convey that information at this time. There is a very serious forensic effort here to get it right, and we don't want to get ahead of that. But as soon as, consistent with the family's needs and wishes, as soon as we are able to confirm precisely the answer to that question, it will be communicated either in a courtroom or in terms of press availability, once again, in consultation with the family. Jack Tomchuk from the Metro.
Following up on Tom's question, I guess, I think reasons why I think, why I think a murder charge makes no effect, just wait for the medical exam and marijuana, because, you said remains been confirmed DNA.
Well, I will say this, I am confident that homicide charges will be brought, but I also have an obligation to follow the law and uphold the Constitution. And that means we don't take shortcuts. We don't make assumptions. We confirm all the facts before we figure out the legal conclusion to be drawn. So we will be proceeding with homicide charges when we can very precisely confirm everything we need for probable cause, and we will do so as quickly as we can once we have confirmed what we need to establish probable cause for that particular charge. All right, Mr. Dean from the Trace.
Yes, you blame the mail system for the previous case that was dealt with Keon. Then in the second breath you said,
Right.
Practically speaking, is that you for the consequences for the false stop?
Well, let me just be clear. I mean, blame is a word people seem to like. I have not been a fan of cash bail from the beginning because I think it endangers the public. I have spoken about this going back almost 7 years, and I am aware of the reasons that it continues to exist in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. They're not wonderful. Let me put it that way. That is a truth. I hold that truth. And I think it would be a great advance if this state, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, would get away from cash bail and go in the direction of no cash bail, where some people, no matter what their resources, are going to be held because they're a danger. I wish we would go that way. So I do hold that truth, but I also hold the truth that we can do better, that we should try to do better every day, that even though many decisions, many aspects of the preparation of this case were solid, that there were other aspects of the preparation of this case where we could do better. So I say the buck stops here because in an office of 650 people, it is my responsibility. If there is an attorney who makes a decision, and if that decision is not the best one that could have been made. Yes, sir.
Well, your critics will say this is exactly what we've been talking about for the last 8 years. Very crash purpose. Bumbles cases, criminals at the revolving door. There's office with criminals coming in and going out back on the street. This is exactly what they're talking about. And you're running for re-election in the seat for third term. Should this be on the ballot? Should people consider that how this case was handled when they go into vote on November 4th?
Well, your question is fundamentally political, and I'm not allowed to answer political questions using city resources. It's an ethical violation, so I will respectfully pass on that question. Dan Horan from Philly FPV. Did I get that right?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
One question. You guys stated that the car was there for about a day and a half at in between the elementary school and the rec center. Does King's mobile phone data show that he was also on that location for that duration of time?
Let me bring up the expert here.
So again, I'm not going to go into specifics about what occurred during that time. However, what I could tell you at pertinent points in the video where we believe he was there, his cell phone evidence also puts him there. So it's not the entire time, but at the pertinent points where we're looking for him to be there, his cell phone puts him there, if that helps.
Thank you.
Michaela Althouse, Philly Voice.
The case from earlier this year, is there any update on that beyond the business?
So charges against that, as you said, have been refiled. It is listed for its kind of first preliminary hearing listing after the refile on November 4th.
Mr. Cipriano, big trial.
Mr. President, 4 years ago, when you were running for re-election time, your office failed to prosecute a domestic abuser and eventually murderer of a Hispanic mother, Gladys Corona.
Mr. Cipriano, questions are about this press conference, not about your wandering view of the planet. Do you have a question that goes to the subject matter here?
And here we are 4 years later, and you and your inexperienced team of quote superstars that you repeatedly bragged about, comparing them to Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley, either incompetence, inexperience, or ideology blows that your rhetoric are directly responsible to the death of promising black female Kada Scott. How many domestic violence murders does the city have to endure, sir? How many more grieving families will have to go through the same type of tragedy before you again, you're a failed civil rights lawyer, you're not a prosecutor?
Sir, putting aside your wildly disrespectful approach to what's happening here, your complete absence of kindness and compassion, which is exactly what is contained in this request from the family, putting that aside, I would bring you back to this. Please honor Kada's memory by showing kindness and care to one another, just as she did every day of her life. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I've got a second question, sir. You took 5 from CBS. Where you go? Hey, Larry, you have to wake up at 3:30. Some of these bail magistrates don't want to be woken up. At 3:37 in the afternoon, who'd you have to wake up?
Sad case. Sad case, sad case. Let me see how far back I can go in the chat real quick. Where I'm at. Good morning, everyone. Like, yeah, Larry Law says. All today, all I'ma hear is, yeah, LOL, that's right, for sure, Larry Law. Shay says, at Rico, she went to work with the 4th, on the 4th, at a nursing facility graveyard shift, and then she went missing. Car was left at the job, but she had vanished. Yeah, Larry Law says, Alicia Andrews is fried, accessory. Rico Cartel says, WTF, thank you at Shay. Miss Duval with the eyeballs. Rico say, damn. Telling your boys demons out here. It sure is. Shay says, of course. Miss Duval, that state attorney in Tampa says she asking for the death penalty for all parties or life in prison. Well, for Alicia Andrews, she's supposed to not be able to be penalized with the death penalty because she didn't have she wasn't directly involved in it. Or some, they said she wasn't directly involved in the act, the actual shooting. But I don't see, I mean, if her and Isaiah Chance basically did the same things, I don't understand why she's not getting looked at for the death penalty as well. Right? Because they played the same role. Shay says, I'm confused as to why it took so many days to look for her. Yeah, and then they're saying that the guy's brother is involved. They're saying that his father is a detective, Keon King. They're saying he may have given the tip. They're saying that he may have given somebody the information in order for them to give the tip after he turns himself in, so he can't he's absolved of that part of it, the murder and the moving of the body. Yeah, you know, I don't. It's just a lot going on. It's a weird case and it's messed up. Miss Duval says, "Damn, Keon is a monster and she's a piece of shit." That's what Keon is. Keon is a piece of shit. That's exactly what he is. Where we at? Rico Cartel says no, showing love to Miss Duval. Shay said, Miss D, yes, because her neighbor said he had called her asking questions about Kada. Yeah, I'm about to play that video right now. Mike Finnerville said, oh, Alicia gonna tell it all. Ain't no way she gonna miss out on her child because of this. Or is she? Do she even care about the kid? She want to get out. She want to get out. If she tells, oh, wait, you think they'll let her walk if she tells? You think that's what's going on right now? They in there formulating. Ms. Duval said, guys, make sure to smash the like button. Please smash that like button. Smash, 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 drop kick. Get a mallet, mash, crush the like button. Crush the like button. Destroy it. Rico Gartel says 2-3. Yeah, she finna spill her guts. Check it out. TV says, Lil Bill Hat, what it do? What's up? Check it out, TV, man. What's up with you, bro? I'm good, man. It's just covering the case like that. It do something to your energy, bro. That shit is sad. It's hard to. Oh man, yeah. I got the Little Bill Hat, cause you got it right now, dog. I don't even. Damn, I can't even. This shit got me. It's fried, bro. Feeny44 said, good morning, Shay. He said, okay, that's what we was watching. Miss Duval say 12 watching, only 7 likes. Come on, man. Cops didn't do their MF and job, Shay says. Mike from the Ville said, I don't think the public found her. Someone who knew he killed her and where he hid the body helped, probably an accomplice. Yeah, it's so many things. It could, excuse me, the person that told could have been an accomplice. The person that told could have been somebody he laid down a pillow talk to. I think he had help. Finney said, damn, do they got to hold the police hand all the way to the scene? Mike from the Ville says, how you know exactly where the body at if he ain't tell you or you was there? She went missing early on the 5th, but then started looking to the 7th, I believe. Shay says, they always trying to cover the cops' ass, Shay said. Mike from the Ville said, I think it's a time period for that. She got to actually be missing for a certain amount of time before they can start searching. Yeah, that's true. That's facts. Yeah, he thought it was 24 hours. I know they searched that same area before. Fact, Shay, they searched the same area before and didn't see her, but when they went back, they found the body. Someone put her there. Yeah, they were saying that they gave the tip. They didn't find the body. So what was done was they moved the body to that location after the police already searched it. I don't know. That's crazy, but it's wild. Shay says, Gabby going down too. Why in the hell would she give him her address? So I'm guessing he followed her to work that night. Something stupid. This the Gabby girl. Hold on, let me go. I got it on. Because this ain't the full. Hold on. Let's do this. Ah. Man, we keeping a watch. We keeping watch for the Alicia trial. We keeping watch for the Alicia trial. We getting paperwork updates. That's about it right now. There is no visuals in the court. Nobody's texting or tweeting or showing any information about it. So this all we got right now. Let's see. Any updates? Just the same from earlier. Notice of hearing. All right, same paperwork. No updates so far. That was like probably like an hour ago now. Let's do this. Y'all want to hear the nigga? Not that y'all want to hear the nigga. We're gonna watch Gabby, the neighbor Gabby. Okay. Kada Scott.
Hi, my name is Gabby, and I'm going to be discussing some of the misinformations that are going around in the internet regarding me and the Kada Scott situation. So, if you are unaware, Kada Scott is a girl that went missing in Philadelphia on October 4th. So I did know Keon. He was my friend. I met him about 4 or 5 years ago, and he was also the local pharmacist. Now, me and my best friend, we were also mutual friends with Keon. He was our pharmacist. So one day Keon calls me, and keep in mind, I am in school, I am in Maryland, and he will usually just call me, just to check up and talk. So he calls me and he asks me if I know Kada. And I'm like, yeah, I know Kada. And he's like, oh yeah, I noticed that she lives really close to you. I'm like, yeah, she lived right in the back of me. And I'm not thinking nothing of it because he usually calls me and, we just be chatting. He'll call me about the people that be around because he is the pharmacist. I live in the neighborhood and he be in my neighborhood. So we hang up the phone and that was that. We were only on the phone for 29 seconds. So you can see that this is the day that he called me and this was before Kada went missing. And we were only on the phone for 29 seconds. Also, I know that his name says Elliot in my phone. That's just what we call him. So a couple of days after that, my best friend calls me and, we're just talking about life. And I mentioned to her how Keon brought up Kada to me. I'm not thinking nothing of it. I'm like, oh yeah, he was probably trying to flirt with her. He's probably trying to get at her. Mind you, me and my best friend, we know Kada because we grew up with her little sister. Now, we didn't know Kada personally because, again, we grew up with her little sister. We were around 12, 11 years old. Kada, she was much older than us, so we didn't really talk to her. So my best friend was like, oh yeah, he probably thought she was cute, and that was that. So right here is the day that I called my best friend and told her that, Keon was trying to get at Kada. This is before she went missing. So a couple days, maybe a week after that, it is reported on October 4th that Kada is missing. So keep in mind, I am in Maryland, so I'm not really into all the Philadelphia news that be going on. So I'm not knowing that Kada is missing until my best friend sends me a text and says that Kada is missing. So this is the day that my best friend tells me that Kada is missing on October 9th. So I'm in my friend's dorm and I call Keon and it's a lot of music and a lot going on in the background. So I go somewhere that's quiet and I tell him, Keon, Kada is missing. That girl, she's missing. So he was like, what? And then after that, the phone just hung up. So here you can see that I called Keon and we were on the phone for 2 minutes. So you have to keep in mind, this was my friend, okay? I did not think that he could be capable of anything like this. In my head, I'm just thinking, there's no way in the world he could have did something like this. There's no way in the world. So then a couple of days after that, my mom sends me a screenshot of Keon.
Aggravated, bro. Aggravated, dog. There's no way in the world. There's no way. There's no way in the world, dog. There's no way in the world, dog.
I'm just saying, there's no way in the world, dog.
Turning himself in for the kidnapping of Kada. So this is my mom sending me the article, and she was distraught to say the least. And I know she said that he was a random person, but she says this about all of my friends. So me and my best friend, we get on the phone and we're talking about the situation. We're just saying how this is just crazy. This is the call of me and her talking about it. Now, this is all happening around the time that I'm taking my midterms. So I'm really just trying to keep my head on the books. And I wasn't really trying to let this stress me out. So I kind of just let it go. He turned himself in. It's not really much to say or do anymore. So a couple days after that, me and my best friend get on the phone and we're basically just, talking about the Kada situation. And she says that she thinks that I should call the cops. So she was basically saying that she thinks that I should call the cops and tell them that Keon was, asking about Kada. Now, at the time in my head, I'm thinking that there was no reason to call the cops. He already turned himself.
She's so damn insensitive, bro. The girl missing. She talking about you turned yourself in for the, is she not? Is there not suspicion of guilt to anybody else here? I know. We not dealing with no fools. We're not dealing with foolish people, right? I understand. Like I know, like hell, everybody. The shit sound weird. Let's say Shorty has nothing to do with it at all. I don't give a damn what you going through. Talk about midterms and all this shit, bitch. You just gave the address to a nigga that turned himself in for somebody that's missing. And you don't think you were supposed to call the police? You don't think you look suspicious, bitch? This bitch said she didn't feel like it was a need to call the police. Phoenix said she lucky it wasn't her. Easily could have been. That's what I'm saying. You think it's okay? Stephen Edwards say never heard of it. What story is this? This is a story that Shay told us about a couple days ago, and I was looking into it, bro. It was hard. It's hard to cover, bro. I can talk disgusting about this vile, low life, scum of the earth dude, right? But the reality is that this woman is gone. The police failed her. It's a lot going on. This girl at the bottom of the screen here, Gabby. Let me make this bitch big real quick. Look at this dumb septum nose bull door knocker, castle door knocker, doom, castle door knocker nose having ass. This bitch insensitive, suspicious. Anyway, bro, if you listening to the video, there was a drug dealer by her description, her explanation. There was a pharmacist, a drug dealer in the neighborhood, right? The nigga had already been let out of jail for kidnapping somebody once before, and when he kidnapped the woman, there was signs of physical abuse. I don't know if it was sexual or not, but there were signs of physical abuse. I don't know how he got out, whatever. I guess it was whatever they described, and it wasn't cash bail, it was some other shit. That's what they're talking about. The reason that he was out to be able to commit this crime. But anyway, he approached the young lady somehow because it says that him and the young lady were in communications with one another. As you heard, well, you came late, but at the press conference that the DA held, him and the young lady were in communications with one another, but they don't know exactly how. So I don't know exactly how. Nobody does, right? She goes to work. She works overnight shift. I don't know if she went for a walk. I don't know if he talked her into. Anyway, she doesn't work her whole shift. She disappears. Her car is still there. Supposedly she went walking. I don't know why they keep mentioning walking when her car was there. Maybe she went for a late night walk. Maybe he coaxed her to come see him somewhere. Maybe they were walking together and smoking. You know, a lot of people that work in that industry do smoke weed. You know, there's a lot of fake urine going around. I don't even know if they have to do fake urine anymore, but I know people who are in the medical field and smoke heavily, and they can't wait to go on break, especially on a night shift like that where the staff is not moving around so much. It's not heavily staffed. A lot of the people that you're caring for are in there resting. They're in there sleeping. You feel me? So that overnight shift, she may, I don't know. We don't know. But anyway, long story short, bro, the girl come up missing. The dude is a suspect. There's a car that's burned. There's evidence of him, phone evidence of him being in the area. He turns himself in. Shay says they say there's no cameras at the facility, which I don't agree because it's a nursing home. Yeah, why would there not be cameras in a nursing home? Shay says she shouldn't have gave up her address. She's going to jail. Right. Rico Cortez says, me neither. Today you learn something new every day. Man, listen. Oh, let me finish playing this video. This This is some wild. I don't know how short it ain't fried. I'm gonna run it back like 30 seconds. It's only 8 minutes long.
After that, me and my best friend get on the phone and we're basically just, talking about the Kada situation. And she says that she thinks that I should call the cops. So she was basically saying that she thinks that I should call the cops and tell them that Keon was, asking about Kada. Now, at the time in my head, I'm thinking that there was no reason to call the cops. He already turned himself in, and I felt like it would be kind of a waste of time to tell them that the guy that they already have in custody, called me and was asking about the girl. And me personally, I'm not a cop caller. Like, I don't call the cops. That's just the way that I grew up. That's what I was around. They will always tell me, you don't call the cops. So I just felt like, the information that I had and the fact that, I'm just not really a cop caller, it wouldn't make sense for me to call the cops. So then my best friend tells me, well, if you won't call the cops and tell them, then I will. And then she basically tells me that she doesn't want to be friends with me anymore because I won't call the cops. And I told her, that's completely fine. I just don't want any involvement.
What they say with friends like this who need enemies or whatever, like that would be a sign to me as a friend that you're a piece of shit person and probably have some involvement in this. Like, why your friend is telling you, bitch, call the goddamn police. I'm not a cop caller, I just don't call. I'm not a cop. Listen, black people, we got to stop that bullshit. I swear to God, we got to stop that. I don't call the police. I call the fucking police, nigga. Fuck that. We got to stop on any circumstance. It don't matter. Nigga, I ain't never calling the police. Nigga, look, let somebody go missing. Let somebody break in my shit. I ain't there to defend it and tear it up. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, what? Nigga, I'm calling the police quick. I'm not a cop caller. I am. What you gonna do? Handle it yourself? What the fuck was she even? So you just sitting around knowing that this girl is missing, knowing that you connected the two of them, and you like, oh, my midterms. Oh yeah, I know something wrong, but I ain't no cop caller. That's just not my thing. Well, bitch, you should be punished. You know what shouldn't be your thing? Freedom. You have a responsibility. You have knowledge of a crime. A possible homicide. You understand what I'm saying? Like, bitch. Bitch. You don't ever want to wish no bad on nobody and be like, man, I hope you, I ain't gonna say no shit like that, but bitch, and you just going on about your day though. Oh, I got midterms. Oh, I gotta work at 8 o'clock. You connected. That's crazy to me, bro.
So then we hung up the phone and then
this bitch, I ain't no cop calling type of person, I'm not a cop caller. Bitch, if you don't.
I grew up, that's what I was around, they will always tell me, you don't call the cops. And me personally, I'm not a cop caller. Like, I don't call the cops. That's just the way that I grew up. That's what I was around, they will always tell me, you don't call the cops. So I just felt like, the information that I had and the fact that, I'm just not really a cop caller, it wouldn't make sense for me to call the cops. So then my best friend tells me, well, if you won't call the cops and tell them, then I will. And then she basically tells me that she doesn't want to be friends with me anymore because I won't call the cops. And I told her, that's completely fine. I just don't want any involvement. So then we hung up the phone, and then I believe she called me again with the police on the other line. So you can see, I told her, I'm sorry, I'm not talking to the cops. And yeah. Now, I can see how this could be cruel, and I do take accountability for that.
I can see how this can be cruel, and I do take accountability for that. The nerve of this bitch. The nerve. I'm trying to check. Oh, y'all multitasking. I'm trying to make sure we're not missing nothing on the Alicia stream. Posting on TikTok and YouTube and just anyway. This bitch. It almost leaves you speechless. The attitude, the audacity to think that it's okay to go on about your regular ass day, doing your regular routine while there is a missing person that you may possibly be the reason for this person is missing, bro. How the fuck are you not a suspect? How are you not in custody? How are you not at least have been questioned? Then she's gonna say, watch what she say at the end. Hold on, I'm gonna let her.
So then a couple of days later after that, I get sent a link on Instagram. And the link was basically my best friend going live, just talking about the situation, saying how I was weird for not going to the cops. And people in the comments were just coming up with their own narratives about the story. And it just got way out of hand and it just spiraled. So you can see somebody sent me the link of the live, and still to this day, I have not watched the full entire live. Then people just started asking, who is Gabby? What's the connection? And, she told people that I was in Maryland for school, and it was just a whole entire thing. So, of course, I was angry and I was confused because what is going on? So I text her, I tell her that, that was weird. And yeah. Then I started seeing posts of people saying that they think that I set Kada up and that why wouldn't I go to the cops and that I was just suspicious and all of this stuff. And this was never the case. So I do end up contacting the authorities after I seen people just making up crazy stuff about me and the situation. They cut me off. They tell me that they already know what's going on, that they have a close eye on the social media. And they also tell me that my friend did come forth with the information and they told her that there was nothing that they can do, that the information that she bought them was useless information because they already had Keon in custody and it was just nothing for them to do with this information. They told me to contact them only if I had anything that could lead to finding Kada because that is their main priority. Now, I do believe that the person in the live was just kind of taking what I told her and running with it and just spicing it up to make it seem like something that it wasn't for, I don't know, maybe views. People were saying that, she was walking around and showing what stores Kada would go to, where she would walk her dog, and just stuff like that. I also had one of our mutual friends come to me and he told me that she told him that we knew Kada our whole lives and we grew up with her, which wasn't the case because we grew up with her little sister. Now, I do think that the person in the live was taking what I told them and kind of just running with it and spicing it up to make it seem like it was way bigger than what it was. And I basically think this because I had a mutual friend that came to me and said that she came to them and told them that we knew Kada our whole life.
I don't know why. I don't know why. Like, comment, subscribe.
Fry her, right?
Quiet, and I tell him, Keon.
Fry her. Fry her. Put her in the blender. Get her out of here. Okay? That should be it for Shorty. Yeah. Okay. Got that. That should be it for sure. Hold on. Let me put this Discord link in the chat real quick. I'm tripping. Discord link should be in the as a matter of fact. Yo, hit the Discord link in the description box. Let's see if that Discord link works. Somebody check out that Discord link in the description box, please, please. Hit the link in the description box, please, please. See if it'll take you there. Yeah, I've been checking news for Jax. I've been checking Tampa, the news in Tampa, YouTube channels that cover live trials. It hasn't happened yet. It hasn't happened yet. They're probably still doing they're probably still doing jury selection, and what I think is going on is Tampa isn't showing every step of the process, or isn't just going to stream every little step of the process like Jacksonville courts did for Queso, where we might be sitting for hours, right? Waiting on the update with just the seal in the background. So I don't think they're conducting court the same way. Excuse me. Okay, hit the Discord link, y'all. Let me know. Let me know if that link in the description box is working. Check the Discord link in the description box. Larry Law said, "What's up to the committee?" Stephen Edwards says, "Alicia about to get fried, dyed, and laid to the side." Ain't that like an old hair? Ain't that the way they described old hair? Shay says, "At Phoenix, very aggravating. She pissed me off as well." Yeah, Phoenix says she aggravating, dog. Yeah, she was aggravating, stupid, heartless, callous. Because as of now, it's still nothing. She still didn't show any type of remorse or any sensitivity to the situation at all. She don't give a fuck. She just wanted to make sure she erased this live. She had erased this offline. She just trying to make sure she is in the clear. That's all she give a fuck about. Phoenix said, "Bit, if you grew up with her sister, then you known her the same amount of time." Come on, bro. Ms. Duval say 16 watching live. Please smash the like button. Y'all hit that like button. If you haven't hit the like button yet, go ahead and put some respect on that like button. Go ahead and hit that Cash App down at the bottom. You'll see it scrolling. Or you can go ahead and hit the super chat that goes to the tent rent, because we streaming live from a tent in the woods in Wyoming. And we are waiting for some updates on this Alicia Andrews case. This was supposed to be day one. Right now, this is a watch. We just keeping watch to see what the hell is going on. They have not started streaming yet. The only updates we have is that they are in court and paperwork has been signed. Okay. Ms. Duval shouting out. Larry Law said, "Let's go. 18 people. Hit the like. Hit the like. Hit the like. Hit the like." Go ahead and stay active in the comments. I see y'all. The most aggravating chat in the game. The most appreciated chat in the world. Shay says, "Why would they say her information was useless?" Don't sound truthful to me, Shay. Shorty said anything, right? Phoenix 44 said she failing them courses for sure. Amazon Web Services, so Amazon does have control over that part of it. My manager just said that because we need Amazon to send medical equipment. Huh? Oh, okay. Larry Law said the devil got released on earth after 1,000 years. That's why we see what we see. Shay said they need her phone records. I agree. Get her phone records, man. Mike say nothing, no news for Jax. No updates, no video yet. Yeah, the only update that I saw on News for Jax was nothing. They were basically reporting the same thing that we just reported, that they were picking the jury and that this paperwork right here has been signed, the notice of hearing. Matter of fact, I don't even think they mentioned the notice of hearing. I think they only mentioned that they were still doing jury selection. So that's what's going on with the Alicia Andrews trial. Give me 1 second. Did anybody get a chance to check the Discord link in the description? Mike from the Ville said, yes, the Discord link works. Okay, I just checked it. All right, cool. Larry Law says she finna be eating a lot of applesauce. Miss Duval say tent rent and gold is greatly appreciated, guys, for sure. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Always. And y'all greatly appreciate it all the time. You know what I'm talking about? Hold on. Give me a second. I'm checking something on this Alicia case. Checking something on this Alicia case. What we all right, let's get back to this guy for a second. Damn, I kind of want to move on from this Kada case. Let's go to something else, a little more lighthearted, man, where we can That boy said she about to get fried like Popeyes. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just run the video real quick. Give me a few minutes, y'all. I'm checking on something on the case, but let me just do this. All right. Alicia.
Everybody, welcome back to the Ruminati Network. Today we're diving into a chilling case out of Florida involving a fatal ambush, a rising rap star, and accusations of gang-related conspiracy. Here are the main facts of the case of Alicia Andrews. Let's roll. First, let's set the stage. The victim, Charles Jones, better known as Julio Fulio, a 26-year-old Jacksonville rapper. He was shot and killed on June 23, 2024 in Tampa while celebrating his birthday. The defendant, Alicia Andrews. Prosecutors say she faces charges of first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit murder in connection with Jones's death. Investigators say Andrews, along with 4 other suspects, traveled from Jacksonville to Tampa in 2 vehicles on June 22nd and 23rd, 2024, with the purpose of locating and killing Jones as part of a broader gang feud. The motive is alleged to be tied to a long-running feud between rival Jacksonville gangs. Jones was documented as a member of the 6 Block Gang, KTA. His alleged adversaries, gangs known as ATK and 1200, which prosecutors say allied together. Or as Fulio referenced, he made his ops click up. Although Andrews is not alleged to be a gang member herself, prosecutors allege her co-defendants are, and that she participated in the plan nonetheless. The suspect surveilled Jones and his entourage, followed them to multiple locations, then to the hotel parking lot where the fatal shooting occurred. Some of the headline pieces of evidence that the prosecutors may highlight are the phone records and witness statements that suggest Andrews and Isaiah Chance traveled from Jacksonville to Tampa with others. The surveillance videos from the hotel parking lot that shows the 3 gunmen opening fire on Jones's vehicle where Jones was killed and 3 other people were injured. They also tracked and traced the path of the two vehicles reportedly involved in following Jones to two separate nightclubs and then to the hotel. Now, as far as bond and pretrial, Andrews did try to get bond and raise domestic violence and duress arguments, with her defense saying that she was abused by her co-defendant and boyfriend, Isaiah Chance, but the judge ruled that the evidence of domestic violence cannot be used in her Florida murder trial under Florida law. As it stands, Alicia pled not guilty, and she's not being tried for the death penalty in her case. Her trial was originally set for August 2025, but was delayed for October 20th, 2025. Multiple co-defendants remain in the case. The state is pursuing all participants in the alleged plot. This case is important for a number of reasons because it highlights how music, youth culture, and gang conflict can all intersect, and a promising rapper's life got cut short, allegedly due to retaliation and violence. It also shows the role of a female defendant in what often has been portrayed as male-dominated gang violence, although Andrews occupies an unusual position because her alleged participation is not her being a documented gang member. Her only ties to this whole situation is her relationship with Isaiah Chance. For some, it also raises a question of justice and how much does duress or abuse factor in participation in violent crimes when we know that you can't use that as an excuse for a murder under Florida law, but people wonder if she, Alicia, was abused and scared and under duress and only did it under those circumstances, why would she then be convicted of something that she may have had no control over? Or may have felt she had no control over because she was in fear of abuse or possibly in fear for her life. It also emphasizes law enforcement's cooperation across jurisdictions, i.e. Jacksonville to Tampa, right? Police departments and prosecutors working together, two different counties. Long story short, Florida isn't playing. They will bring in extra help. You will get extradited. They will join forces. Your criminal self will be caught. They will do whatever it takes and maybe even go beyond measures that they've taken in the past to catch the criminal. In the end, Alicia stands accused of helping execute a planned, targeted killing of Julio Fulio in Tampa. The prosecution says she helped track and facilitate the assault, while her defense argues she was caught up in violence and abuse. The trial will determine how the courts view her role and responsibility. We'll be watching how the evidence is presented, how the jury responds, and if she gets convicted or not. Incarcerated while pregnant, gave birth to a child while incarcerated, and now facing the possibility of life in jail, not even gang affiliated, all behind feelings, bad decisions, stupidity, blind loyalty, and maybe even the idea of love. Let me know how y'all feel about that one. Please leave your thoughts or opinions down in the comments. Alicia Andrews' trial starts October 20th, and we will be doing a live watch for the entirety of that trial. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you have the bell turned on for all post notifications. If y'all made it this far in the video, y'all the real MVPs. And shout out to the members, y'all the real VIPs. And if you don't have a membership, join the family now. But like my bro says, I reserve the right to be wrong. Never intentional, only room for human error. And I do identify as a multimillionaire. They need to give us a cash register if everybody else gets a bathroom. But other than that, this is the Illuminati Network, and we are out.
I don't know why. I don't know why.
Birthday, Lisa. Lisa, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Lisa. You know, had to get right, had to get right. How come am I the only person who don't take the sticker off the bottom of their damn cup? I can't show you. Y'all, it's all. I noticed it when I was on live when I was drinking. I'm like, how long that sticker been under the bottom of that damn mug? Still no updates on this Alicia case. watch the next one in a minute. Stephen Edwards says, he very well might have been a menace, but I F with him over Ace. Miss Duval said $3.99 membership with Rumor Guys. Oh, yeah, Miss Duval. We definitely got some members only content coming up. I hate to do that to y'all, but I gotta do it because it's the responsibility, it's the obligation, it's only right. That's the contract sign, you know what I'm talking about. I gotta do it. Nothing personal, y'all, you know what I'm talking about. But Phoenix 44 said she was almost in love. Shaking my head. We supposed to be in love. We supposed to be in love. She calling on my phone. Think I'm stalking her. I don't even want to hear no song like that, especially with a nigga like Keon King out there doing that type of shit. All that, she think I'm stalking her. She would, bitch, you would never think I'm stalking you. You understand? I don't contact motherfuckers enough, nigga. You will never, ever think I'm stalking you. If anything, you going to think I'm not interested before you ever think I'm stalking you. I promise to God. I put that on everything. That go for any one of you. I don't care how bad you is, how much you gross and net annually. I don't care how drop dead gorgeous, how much of a respectful and virtuous nigga. I will never put the type of pressure to where you feel like I'm stalking you. If anything, you gonna feel like, well, he's not even interested. Cause I'm not, nigga. What? It's a thin line out this bitch, boy. And for one, first and foremost, I ain't trying to play with nobody's feelings. I'd rather be straight up with you. And look, we just kicking it. I ain't even into all that right now. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm not saying I would use those words. Depends on the situation, the person I'm talking to as well, you know. We code switch. We get on the phone and be like, yes, precisely. There's a 5551. Yeah, your 401k is. Yes, we match your 401k up to the dollar, up to 31%, and beyond that, we also offer. Hey, sit y'all motherfucking ass down before I come in there and kill one of y'all little stupid ass kid, dumb ass bitch. Yes, I'm back. Yes, there's exactly 75% in the percentile in the percentages. 1 second, please, sir. Hey, little fuck ass nigga, get your mustache out the motherfucking house. I'm on the phone, bitch. Yes, are you still there? Yeah, we can continue conducting business properly as we were. I was just disturbed for a slight second. Now let's just. Same way we code switch at work and all that shit, man. We code switch when we dealing with women. Depending on the woman it is, a nigga might, you might say words like, a nigga might around this woman. And around this woman, you say, I might. It's just a level of comfort sometimes. You might let your guard down. It might not even be guard. It might be a mind state that somebody takes you or reminds you. It's just different things, man. But Phoenix 44 say, sound like my wife working from home. That's how she be in there. She be all nice and sweet on the phone. Hit that mute button. Hey, motherfucker. Get your stinking feet ass. Stupid bitch. What the fuck? Yes, where were we? There was approximately, indubitably, exactly, precisely 4.455 percentages left on the centimeter. Larry Law said today is going to be baked chicken, rice, and gravy with some cold water. Yeah. My dog voice. Yeah. Mel said, hey, Mr. Potato Head in chat. Mel, don't you start that shit already. Mike from the Ville say, you sound like a nigga named Stanley. Stanley, get in here. Looking ass. Larry Law said, ladies, leave the streets alone and be a lady and raise your boy into a man if you have kids. He said, it will say, and if you don't, be a good example of a loving God. Wow. That go to the men too, though, brother. That go to the men too. That same message, I agree with you, Larry Law. I agree 100%. That same message go out to the brothers too. Stephen Edwards says, the woman to man ratio Oh my God, it just scrolled up on me. Oh, it's too great for me to stalk anyone. Man, I'm too great. Fuck the ratio, excuse my language. I'm too great for me to stalk anyone. I'm selfish. What that Maya song is? It's all about me, me, me. That was a woman song, right? But I heard it differently. I'm like, she's right. It is all about me, 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 me. Forget about you, bitch. Me, 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 me. It's about, bitch. Come on now. Hold on, let me put some honey in this tea real quick, and I got to do a check on this Alicia Andrews case. I got him. Can y'all see the honey? Look at that. What is cheese pull? The cheese pull. What about the honey pour? Please don't drop none of this on my damn notebook of notes. All it's going to go through the paper. Look at that honey pour. Fuck the cheese pull. Oh, my cheese pull. What about that? Yeah. All right, that's enough. I don't want to spill nothing. Let me stop bullshitting. I got too much equipment. Matter of fact, let me put this on over here. You know what I'm talking about? Let me get back off in this chat real quick, and we're going to check on this Alicia Andrews case and see if we can get any kind of updates. If we can get any kind of updates. Where we at, Stephen Edwards say, facts. Shay says, on my mama, I wouldn't be stalking nobody. I know that's right. Miss Duval say, I love the Kevin Gates voice. Shay says, well, I'm going to grab mine. What you going to get, Shay? Some tea? Some green tea? Or some green leaf? Or what you even talking about that? I don't know. I'm just talking shit. Mike Will say, niggas don't set up doctor's appointments, payments for bills, or proper care for their children, but will set up another man to die. Boy, you ain't lying, boy. You ain't lying. Nigga. Hold on, I ain't pinned one in a minute. Let me go on and pin that. You right, brother. Stephen Edwards says, he very well might have been a menace, but I F with him over Ace. Oh, okay, I already caught that. Mr. Duval said, Mike, he definitely was a menace, but I don't need love is my ish. Oh, the membership. Hold on. Matter of fact, I'm finna drop 5. I don't even care what the numbers. I don't even care what the numbers. I'm finna drop them bitches right now. Hold on. Let's see if YouTube, man. Oh, y'all, I ain't gonna lie. I've been in like this little YouTube. I'm talking to some of the people at YouTube. Not like I got an inside, nothing like that. But there's a program that YouTube offers to certain creators that I signed up for. And I have been in contact with some of the people. I put the suggestion in, and as an update, just to let y'all know, they are working on how the memberships are gifted. They realize that it's flaws in the system, and they are working on it. Me and a couple other creators, we were all in a group together with some people from YouTube. This is something that they offered. It's not like we got some kind of inside whatever, right? But they did let us know that they are working on the gifting. They realize that it's not a perfect system. They realize that because what it does now, it picks the people who YouTube feels is more than likely going to keep a membership as opposed to who's active on the channel, right? There is some of that involved, but it's more of who's going to keep the membership, who's more likely to keep it. Now, where they get those metrics from, I don't know. But just for the hell of it, let me go on. I'm doing it right now. I hope one of these go where it's supposed to go too. Let's see. Mel says you still pour your honey. Yeah, Judgment Day is going to be about you and you only. Amen, Larry Law said. I'm saying it's too many fish in the sea. Basically, rumor facts. Stephen Edwards. I'm selfish. PNB Rock Voice. Mike Vonderville said, I'm selfish. Yeah, I want me all to myself, I swear. I want me all to myself. Ladies, what you cooking for your family today? That boy Larry Law said. Miss Duval said Mike probably ain't seen. Whoa. Who ain't seen my chart? Shay says, and I had my kids check to make sure I had it on. You know I'm old. We all old. Mike Federville said, I'm a vet. We don't got my chart. Shay said, Miss Duval, yes, I have. I mean, dude was hiding in the bushes for real. Stephen Edwards said, that was my shit. Miss Duval said, Room, I never stalked anyone, but I have been stalked. It was so scary. That's why I got my Glock. She said she got that glick, boy. Run up on it if you want. Glick, glick, bow. Fuck wrong with y'all, nigga. Stephen Edwards say Shay about to catch a hot membership. Let's see, man. I'm finna go on the drop 5. I ain't even finna hesitate. I'm finna do it right now. Whatever happens, happens. Can Shay get one of them motherfuckers? Who got him? Kitty. I don't know. Omari. Tatted Glory. Shout out to y'all. Who the Didn't this Mosley Taylor nigga get one already? Am I tripping? Him Kardashian is definitely funny, bro. That shit is hilarious. But smack. I thought I seen the Mosley Taylor nigga already get one before. Am I tripping? Shay said, who the fuck is that? Who the fuck? This some bullshit. I'ma wait. See, that make me want to wait, bro. See what y'all don't know? We'll flip this shit a whole nother way, boy. You already heard what Mike from the Ville said, boy. All right. We'll mess around. We'll get you. All right, now. Y'all keep playing, YouTube. We're going to find another way to get these people started on memberships. Now, it's up to y'all to keep them going now. But we'll get y'all started. Let's get it started. Oh, let's get it started. No? All right. I'm going to stop. Y'all don't fuck with MC Hammer? Oh, y'all ain't that old. My bad. Y'all young. Let's get it started. Oh, let's get it started. Let's get it. Boy, hold on, boy. You be killing the hammer dance, nigga. What's wrong with these niggas? The hammer dance, nigga. I'm in the club, bottle in hand, doing my two-step, doing my plans, doing a hammer dance. Hold on, let me check. All right, y'all. Let me check on this Alicia case. Still nothing. This was 9 o'clock this morning.
Need to open the door to more home buyers?
I'm in the club, bottle in hand, doing my two-step, gun in my pants, moving around, do the hammer dance. I like Slaughterhouse, bro. Them niggas was rough.
To 5 suspects charged in connection to the murder of a Florida rapper.
Alicia Andrews is the only woman charged in the murder. She's also the only suspect who does not face the death penalty. Our Kelly Cowan joins us live in the newsroom with more.
Good morning to you. Yeah, detectives say Alicia Andrews may not be part of the gang that was involved here, but that she was a critical part of providing cover for the 4 gang members who were plotting the murder of rapper Julio Fulio last year. Investigators say she and her boyfriend, Isaiah Chase, acted as lookouts on the night that Julio Fulio was ambushed and shot outside of a hotel near USF. Detectives say the two were part of a 5-person group that drove from Jacksonville to Tampa to murder Julio Fulio, who was a member of a rival gang back in Jacksonville. Now, because Chance and his friends were already on the radar of Jacksonville's Sheriff's Office gang unit, homicide detectives say that they used Andrews, who was not in the gang, to help stalk and surveil Julio Fulio as he traveled from club to club around Tampa.
The phone data shows that it was tracked from Jacksonville to Tampa. There was no other stops. They didn't go for any stops indicating that they were in Tampa for anything other than tracking and killing the victim.
All 5 face first-degree murder and conspiracy charges, but Andrews is the only one not facing a possible death sentence, and that's because prosecutors say they don't believe she meets the standards necessary to seek the death penalty, but that her 4 co-defendants do. They allege Davian Murphy, Rashad Murphy, Sean Gathright, and Isaiah Chance were all in an ongoing gang war with Julio Fulio's gang, and that distinction is critical to whether prosecutors can seek the death penalty for a murder case in our state. They're due to be tried separately in the spring.
So Davion Murphy and Rashad Murphy are cousins to, excuse me, what's his name? Spaz, the young man that died at the high school football game. We're going to watch this video real quick. The guy that was charged for that murder, Kenny Capps, is supposed to be speaking, testifying, taking a stand in the Alicia Andrews case. So we're going to watch a video real quick, just updating that. Him supposed to be taking a stand and being a stand-up guy where he says he doesn't do those type of things. In this interview, he says he doesn't do those type of things. And he also kind of describes some of the events that happened that night. As much as he can, because at the time he was on probation. Well, he's still on probation. Well, now he's locked up. But anyway, Mike from the Ville says, "Boy, how the F you posting shorts and streaming, working hard?" Oh yeah, bro. You see me? Shay says, "None of them motherfuckers who got a membership ain't even thank you, Rumor." Man, I already know. Listen, YouTube ain't perfect. I hope they see the streams or see some of the uploads. I hope they maintain the memberships. I hope they see this and they come make themselves known, become a part of the family. You know what I'm saying? Pop out. It's cool over here. You don't got to pop up and pop in every day. Just pop out, make yourself known. You know, come and speak amongst the people and just join the fam, man. You know what I mean? Or sit back in the background, but, you know, make sure you hit the like button. Just, you know, stay active on the channel, man. Help the channel grow. But Shay says, "Nah, F them people." Hey, man. They saying it. Mike from the Ville says, "We gonna jump them when they come to the chat." No, don't do that, man. Y'all ass crazy. Miss Duval says, "Shay getting on the non-members." LO, she says, "No, Shay, it's YouTube, not Rumor." She know it. She know it. Stephen Edwards say, "Shay ass silly." And we had 10 likes. I missed that. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I appreciate y'all for the attention. We done reached the 10 likes. We really at 12, know what I'm talking about? I don't know how the F I missed that. I don't know what was going on. I think it was all that Kada Scott stuff, bro. It kind of, that did something to me, bro. Anyway, we're going to move on. We're going to watch this video real quick about Kenny Cap. Let me see. Let me make sure we good off in the chat. Hold on. Boy, how the fuck you posting shorts and streaming? And I posted a video. Yeah, you see me, dog? I'm trying to stay on top of it, brother. Trying to stay on top of it. You know what I'm saying? If we want this channel to grow, got to work overtime. Got to do more. You know what I'm talking about? Mr. Duval said, Shay, I love Hammer as a kid. Mike Penderfield said, that's Gutter Zay. He gang, gang, gang. No hospital gang. Shay says, if her boyfriend was just to look out while he facing the death penalty, but she not, because they know she the weak link and gonna talk. That sound about right. Shay, Mike Penderfield said, LOL, no, they don't be knowing no status, but what social media say online. Mr. Duval said, Pastor Mosley, I thought that was my pastor. Him Kardashian with the laughing emojis. Mike, the guys you mentioned that try to kill and don't know their status, aggravating. Come on, man. Them British Knights he had out was fire. Who had some British Knights? Oh, you talking about PNB Rock? Or MC Hammer? Who you talking about, Stephen Edwards? Larry Law said the parachute pants. Shay said my mom and Unc used to wear them Hammer pants. Come on, man. Can't touch this. Break it down. Oh. Well, I hit that motherfucker real quick. I'm telling you. Stop. Hammer time. Every time you see me, the hammer is so hype. I'm dope on the floor and I'm magic on the mic. Pause. Why would I ever stop doing this? Go Hammer, yo, Hammer, MC Hammer, yo, Hammer. Can't touch this. Break it down. Oh. Hammer time. Every time you see me, that nigga will ride. Nigga, fuck wrong with these niggas. Larry Law say, can't touch this. Facts, nigga. Larry Law say, yeah, I am the son of God. Yeah. It's dog. I seen Tatted Glory over here before Stephen Edwards says. Shay said, who the fuck is that? I seen your name on a YouTube screen with a membership. Who the fuck is that? It go right, left, back, forth. Yeah, we getting money, nigga. That's, of course. On the screen with a strange ass name, Shay hollering out, who the fuck is that? Stephen Edwards say, I know your old lad remember. Remember what? Oh, Hammer had some British Knight shoes. Can't touch this. Shit, I probably was broke and couldn't touch them motherfuckers. Nigga, I don't know. Larry Law say, I got some British Knights right now. Why the fuck do you got British laws right now, my nigga? This nigga got British Knights. I say British laws. Damn, nigga got his own shooter, British laws. Larry, you cap. This bitch is probably worth some money. Or absolutely not. Mr. Duval said, he died at my son's high school. Reigns High School. That's why Reigns versus Reebok on Saturdays only. Mike Fenderfield said that man rumor spin like he in the barber chair. Boy, you see a nigga had to hit that. Hey, fuck they talking about, know what I'm saying? All right, let me stop before I hit my knee. Nigga, for running. Shit. I already just tapped that bitch low key a little bit. I ain't finna lie. Shay said we popping over here. Hey, let go. Mr. Duval said, click the crown at the top. It shows who's watching live. Shay, it's at the top. I ain't even know all that. Mike Vanderbilt said, how do this nigga remember all this music? I don't know that either. Phoenix 44 said they still make BKs. Larry, you would have some British Knights, Mike Vanderbilt said. Mr. Duval said, I watched the shorts yesterday. Also, facts. Yesterday, yeah, Phoenix 44 said, music head rumor. Facts. Mike Vanderbilt probably got some starter kicks too. Starter. Mike Vanderbilt, Larry, you got some pro kids too. Boy, what you know about them pro kid? Starter. All right, let's watch this video real quick. Hold on. I'm gonna play this video, and I gotta check like 3 sources for this Alicia shit. This video is what? 10 minutes long? 9 minutes, 58 seconds.
I have a shot to go home because where I'm from, I don't know nobody who came home, you know? And I'm like, damn. Especially came home without throwing somebody up under the bus and sticking to what they know. Like I did. So
what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Illuminati Network. Today we're looking at a new twist in the Julio Fulio murder case, and that is Kenny Caps. Robert Howard has reportedly agreed to cooperate with prosecutors against Alicia Andrews, which we have been saying here since the Queso trial.
Any additional witnesses, Mr. Clement?
Robert Harris.
In addition to that, the testimony about Robert Howard, and I'm going to go while this is relevant and what you consider, I want to list out the things that are new for us in the testimony about Robert Howard that was listed today was testimony that the officer did not know at the time, the detective report did not know, right? And I don't know the statement at the time either. In addition to that,
we kept showing y'all through the Queso trial, kept showing y'all Robert Howard Kept showing y'all the paperwork for Robert Howard through the whole Queso trial, Queso and Lil Buck trial. We kept reading that paperwork. Now what they say? Who that? Who that? Who that? That's Kenny Cap. I'm sure y'all seen the clip going around where they said Kenny Cap agreed to cooperate. Do we have to go there? So what do you mean when you say Kenny Caps is cooperating? Well, cooperation means he would have to provide testimony, evidence, or both in exchange for a lighter sentence, immunity, or other prosecutorial considerations, right? And according to this alleged paperwork that he seems to have signed that's on the screen now, it looks like he agreed to do just that. Now, of course, we'll have to see if he actually takes the stand. If so, it'll be public records. Defense will try to address.
Amazon cloud computing outage disrupts Snapchat, Robinhood, and many other online services. So whatever y'all were talking about with Amazon, it's affecting a whole bunch of shit right now. But the only update for Alicia's case was 2 hours ago, and that's still saying jury selection begins. We're still waiting.
Address Caps' credibility with him already having a criminal record and him trying to work a deal to get himself some shorter time. Of course, they're going to take the angle of he'll say whatever, but at this point, I think Kenny Caps is not just going to say whatever. He's going to say whatever he knows. He's going to tell the truth. He wants to work a deal. As you hear in this Say Cheese video clip we're about to play, he misses his homeboys. He misses his family. He misses his mom.
Look at the imagery. Hold on. I ain't going to lie. I don't know if y'all peep. I had did some stupid shit, just on some funny shit, right? I made this nigga point where they say he was telling.
Caps is cooperating. Well, cooperation means he would have to provide testimony. But at this point, I think.
Look at this shit in this video. Watch this demon face that they have in this video. This is what they think of themselves as. They walk around with this type of mentality. They're gonna show you what.
A criminal record and him trying to work a deal to get himself some shorter time. Of course, they're gonna take the angle of he'll say.
Damn, that wasn't that long.
Record and him trying to work a deal to get himself some shorter time. Of course, they're going to take the angle of he'll say whatever. But Howard has reportedly agreed to cooperate with prosecutors.
See, look, oh damn, I paused it right on the, oh my God, that's kind of scary. What the, I did not try to pause this shit right there, bro. Yo. This is what they want to be. This is how, damn. Hold on. See, now I gotta go, I gotta do some bullshit, right? This is how sometimes your mind could take. See how I just paused? Just look at the picture, how I paused this shit, right? Not how just look how the picture is paused. Take me out of the equation. Look how the picture is paused. He's in the demon form, shooting the gun at, and the girl head gone like she finna rat, like they gonna take her out for ratting, bro. Is that a premonition? Is it? That's crazy though. Just the way it stopped like that. Right there, I was, wow, that's weird. Now, what if she get up there and snitch? I don't know. Anyway, I gotta start watching so many movies. But I just wanted y'all to see the imagery. That's why I slowed it down. And when it get to the point, this the bullshit. When he say something about telling on Alicia, I slowed down Kenny Caps pointing. Like when he was heading to the rim shot, that nigga was pointing at her with the slow motion. Like, yeah, I'm telling on, yeah, nigga. That's just some bullshit, but. It was the imagery I wanted to, like, look at this. This is their mind state. This is how they walking around thinking about themselves. This is who they think they are. I'm in demon mode. And now they have something to depict it in the videos with the special effects. I hate these young niggas. I'm about to read a Bible verse. A random one, too.
Prosecutors against Alicia Andrews, which we have been saying here since the Queso trial.
Any additional witnesses, Mr. Clement?
All right, where was
I came home.
Say identifies a multimillionaire, they need to give us a cash register if they're going to get another bathroom. But this is the Ruminati Network, and we are out.
Welcome home, too.
Appreciate it.
How long you been home for?
I came home May 29th, probably about 4 months, less than 6 months.
Okay, and how long did you serve?
I did 4 years, 10 months. I caught 5 years, but I did majority of my time. Supposed to be like 4.5. But
T?
I went when I was 16. Yeah.
So you were still in school.
Yeah, so I was my first week of 11th grade. Yeah, so I was at my school. I was at school.
So take us through that day. I mean, do the police get you out of classroom or what?
Yeah, I got picked up out of classroom. I was with my best friend's name Bibby. He passed away, but you know we went to school together and stuff, and like you know we was at school. Well, we spent night with each other the day before. My grandma took us to school. You know, and he was like, "Damn, you want to go to school? I want to go to school. Got nothing to hide."
Man, you want to go to school? I don't go to school. I don't know about school. You sure you want school? School?
He was like, "Damn, you want to go to school? I want to go to school. Got nothing to hide, you know, running from nothing." I went to school. They got me from school.
Well, let's talk about
school. You know, school. How many times you gonna say school?
About the night in 2018, it was. I guess you were at a football game. One was shot and killed, and 2 others were shot. They accused you of shooting 3 people at a football game, and 1 person died, 2 survived, and I mean, there was witnesses and everything.
Yes, sir. You know, like, due to like my probation and stuff, I can't really go into a lot of details and stuff. But you know, like you said, it's out there. So.
The video that I saw with you in the interrogation room with your mom panicking, you trying to settle her down, you trying to calm her down. At that moment, what was your initial thoughts in that moment?
Patience and thinking, strategizing. I know the biggest enemy is them. Like I said when I was 16, that was 5 years ago, but I know for a fact, I know their game plan. Like, y'all want to make my mom make me feel like she can make me say anything or incriminate myself. Y'all really not trying to help me or help her. You know, y'all trying to accuse me. That's why y'all got me here. So.
Like you were, it didn't look good. A lot of people were counting you out. But for a 16-year-old, I never seen somebody so poised and relaxed. It's like you've been there before.
Cause I have. My whole family side have been before, but it's just what I'm accustomed to. This my life, this my environment. Like, you know, as a kid, growing up in Jacksonville, I'm from 45th, like, you know, so like, you got older people all the time tell you, boy, say, you know, calm, you panic, you never panic. Rule number 1, you never panic. You always think, because emotions, that's the thing that can change. Your emotion can change in 20 seconds. You always gotta know how to control your emotions. You know, you think, you gotta think with your head and not your heart. You know?
Now, I'm reading that it was 2 witnesses there. 2 people say that they saw you with the gun. They saw you take the gun out and point it. And then 1 other witness even said that they heard you say somebody's gonna die tonight. Like, it was literally, witnesses were there. And you know, and I know, in cases like this, a witness could take everybody down just by somebody saying they seen something. But in your cases, 2 witnesses that said they seen something, they heard you. And I mean, when you got the prosecutor and the DA and everybody talking about witnesses, how did you react to that?
I just put God first. I know God, like I said, God, he have his pits. Men uncalled, few chosen. I know I was covered no matter what. Like I said, I can't get into certain things, but I know I was covered from I never had no words. I know, like I said, I know I'm gonna see my mama again. You know, like I said too, and I just stick to myself. I know what I know. You know, I'm gonna stick to what I know. I know he gonna make a way for me. He made a way for me.
Right. The 2 witnesses, they tried, I guess they tried to interview these people and they didn't show up like that. Cause I mean, these people could have threw you what, like, all they really wanted was some key words from these people, and the case would have probably went the other way. When you received the news that the witnesses didn't show up, I mean, do you remember where you were at when your lawyer told you that these witnesses they're not cooperating?
I was in I was incarcerated, so I was in my cell. But you know, like I can say, like, I was thankful for God. Just, you know, this what I need. This my freedom on the line. So just patience and a lot of praying, a lot of faith.
I mean, that's easy to say, but a life sentence turned into what? 4 years and 10 months.
5 years. 5 years. I actually got 10 years on probation. You know, some of my right now, like I can't go into details about stuff because my probation, like some of my rules, my probation, I can't talk about my case. And I can't go into details about my case. You know,
Right.
like I
Okay. Jump for joy. Do you get down on your knees and pray? Like, what's the reaction?
The reaction is a relief. Like I say, it's real. Like when you facing that, it's days I was in there like, I'm never coming home. I'm in here, fuck it. I'm thugging this. I ain't worried about shit. This my life. No nigga ain't gonna play with me in this bitch. I'm in here. That's what I signed up for. And then you get that relief, like shit shifting. Like, boy, I might have a shot to go home because where I'm from, I don't know nobody who done came home, you know? And I'm like, damn. Especially came home without throwing somebody up on the bus or sticking to what they know.
Hold on. What you mean throwing somebody under the bus and sticking to what they know? Ain't you finna go against that grain, brethren? Where we at? Ain't this it right here? Cooperation. Substantial assistance to be considered. Defendant agrees to cooperate fully with the United States in the investigation and prosecution of other persons and to testify subject to a prosecution for perjury or making a false statement fully and truthfully before any federal court proceeding or federal grand jury in connection with the charges in the case and other matters. Such cooperation to further include a full and complete disclosure of all relevant information, including production of any and all books, papers, documents, and other objects in defendant's possession or control, and to be reasonably available for interviews which the United States may require. If the cooperation is completed prior to sentencing, the government agrees to consider whether such cooperation qualifies as substantial assistance. In accordance with the policy of the United States Attorney for the Middle District of Florida, warranting the filing of a motion at the time of sentencing recommended a downward departure from the applicable guideline range pursuant to USSG 5K 1.1 or to the imposition of sentence. Wow. So, Mr.
Like, boy, I might have a shot to go home because where I'm from, I don't know nobody who done came home, you know? And I'm like, damn. Especially came home without throwing somebody up on the bus or sticking to what they know. Like, you know, like I did, so.
Like I did. I ain't say that's what I was gonna currently do. Like that boy Yellow Beezy say, I hate this nigga, but that's what I did. That's what I did. That's just what I did, yeah. That's what I did. That shit so trash. God damn, that nigga Yellow Beezy trash, man. RP Mo 3, man. Why y'all ain't take the trash nigga? Why y'all gotta take the nigga that's fire? Why y'all gotta take the good nigga? Well, I don't know if he a good person. Mo 3 might have been a piece of shit. I'm talking about the music. I only know these niggas for the music, so nigga, that's who. Why you took the nigga with the good music? Take the trash music making ass nigga. That's what I did. That's what I did. That's just what I did, yeah. Why did you did? Nigga, why did you did that? Stupid ass nigga, don't be doing that shit. It's trash. Mike Van der Ville say, Larry, you got some pro kids. 2 pull them LA Gears out. Phoenix 44 say, Larry Law say, no, sir. I had LA Gears. Stephen Edwards say, I had them LA Gears too. Shay say, I'll be right back, fam. Shout out to Shay. You know what I'm talking about? Mike Van der Ville said, I ain't worn a shoe that isn't a Nike shoe in years. I got to change that. Miss Duval said, Stephen LA Gears with the laughing emojis. I used to have the freshest pair of Ewins, though. Stephen Edwards said, them Ewins. Boy, I got every pair of Ewins, every color. Boy, I got a whole bed tent. I got a whole tent room dedicated to Ewing, stacked to the top of the tent in a triangular form, but all the canvas from the tent walls is covered with Ewings. And then it's Ewins in front of Ewins. Because I don't got the space to go up, so it got to go, out. And so the whole room, I can only walk right in the middle, and I spin around like this. This is all the space I got to move. Because it's Ewins everywhere. Like, I got to take a shoe out and put it out of the room to get to the other shoe that's like 4 layers of Ewins back. I got all the Ewins. I'm the Ewin king, nigga. I got low top Ewins. Do they even make those? If they make them, I got them. I got hard bottom Ewins. I got cleat Ewins. I got loafer Ewins. I got Ewin slides. Every color. Every pair they ever made. I'm the Ewin God. Phoenix 44 said he had some British Knights too. He ain't never had no kids or no K-Swiss, but I had them K-Swiss. Now, if you were K-Swiss, when I was growing up, you got clowned. Damn, Stephen Edward, boy, where you was at? Phoenix say effects. My Ring app 2, camera been on and off all morning. Okay, yeah, that Amazon shit. Stephen Edward say, my bad, I'm showing my age. Old ass nigga. Surprise YouTube is still up. Thank God. Wow, I ain't even think about that. You right. Stephen Edwards said, nice effects. That looks pretty cool, not gonna lie. Yeah, that shit was cool looking at. Maybe if they wasn't actually trying to be that and wasn't living like that, it wouldn't mean so much, but it was almost symbolic at the, like, this nigga, like, I don't know. And who was that guy anyway? Mike Vanderbilt said, these niggas not demons, they fake demons. Fake, nigga. Mr. Duval with the demon emoji. Mr. Duval say, rumor, Fulio with, oh, what the fuck just happened? I can't even find it. I'm going to just go wherever I was at. Oh, Fulio would talk about sleeping in the coffin for 5 days in the graveyard. He said his grandma did voodoo. Yeah, he did. He did say that. Look at that demon. Oh, she talking about Kenny Katz. Miss Duval said, Phoenix, my camera acting up too. Shay said, Miss Duval, he was very strange. Phoenix said how he only got probation? Who? Oh, no, Kenny went to jail. Kenny Cat went to jail. He did like 4 in jail and got 10 years on probation. The witnesses recanted. Shay said because he was telling. Oh, Kenny Cat's told? I thought he kept it solid to get out. Well, I don't doubt it, because look on the screen. I don't doubt it. Shit. Miss Duval said first shooting at the school, and he wasn't even a damn student. I didn't know he wasn't no student there. God ain't got nothing to do with this mess, Miss Duval said. Yikes, Stephen Edwards, Phoenix 44 said everybody ain't got the same God, Miss Duval. That's a fact, bro. That's a fact. Mike Vanderbilt said, I heard Baby was the one who really did the shooting of Spaz. They say Kenny took the fall, but witnesses say he had the gun in his hand. I don't know, Stephen Edwards said, I definitely don't. Mike Vanderbilt said that. Stephen Edwards said, I definitely don't, Phoenix. I'm atheist. I am my own God. Shay says, they had to have over 400 police outside of the Young Boy show in Louisiana last night. Yeah, y'all seen the police scoop Young Boy up and run him to his car? He was causing complete pandemonium out there. Say pandemonium. Demonium AD looking at. Mr. Duval said, shit, I wouldn't show up to face gang members in court. Mike Vanderbilt said, Young Boy effect on the youth needs to be studied. They will get together to have concerts outside his canceled shows, but not for each other, to community build. Yep. Stephen Edwards say, Ewin slides? Yeah, boy, you ain't never seen the Ewin slides? When they had the box fade on the toe part, like it's set up. You know, Ewin had the fade. It had the fade. You know how people got fur? You know how people got fur house shoes? It got a box fade on the house shoe. And it come with a hair pick too if you want to pick it out. But I got all the Ewins, bro. I got exclusive shit, bro. I'm talking about, boy, I got some shit a nigga never seen from Patrick Ewing. Boy, that shit worth like 30. I swear that bitch worth like 30, bro. I can sell that bitch right now and get like 30. $30, bro. I swear to God. 30 whole dollar, bro. Shit, you know what I could do with $30? Nothing. That's why I keep the shoes, bro. It's the sentimental value, bro. I got exclusive Ewins, my nigga. Exclusive Ewins. Who got more Ewins than me, bro? Who want to have a Ewing contest, nigga? Nigga ain't got more Ewins than me, boy.
If you want a really full one, you can do that. And just...
Boy, they ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They talking about nothing. They talking about nothing. When they talking about nothing. When they talking about pickaboo. I just nigga pickaboo. I just nigga pickaboo. Nigga. Pickaboo. Nigga. Whatever the fuck they be saying. When they talking about nothing. When they talking about What they talking about? They talking about nothing. What they talking about? Look at all them niggas. Now they all skeletons and shit. Now they all dead. Look at them. $30,000. Nah, it ain't worth the Yo Gotti money. It ain't worth 30,000. It be worth $30. That be worth the ply money. $30. It ain't worth the 30,000. Stephen Edwards say, I'ma Google you and slides. Bro, they so exclusive, bro. You not gonna see them, bro. I promise you. Listen, they so exclusive, you not finna find them hoes online, bro. Like, I'm telling you, my nigga, you not finna see them, bro. And if you do, they fake. I'm the only nigga who getting you and slides, bro. Phoenix say that's between you and Larry. And when you Google them slides, it's gonna say image not found. That nigga that's stupid. Mike Vanderbilt say, nigga fucking the song up. What song? I forgot what song that was. That nigga say, thank. That nigga wild. Larry Law say, some of these Ewins cost in the hundreds. I gave away my black and red ones 2 days ago. Boy, you had the black and red, but you ain't have the red and black, though. Stephen Edwards say, oh shit, they do actually have Ewin slide. For real? You bullshit. Hold on. They can't have Ewin slides, bro, because I'm the only nigga in the world who's supposed to have them. They told me I was the only nigga that had them bitches, bro, so it can't be. I think you wrong, dog. Them ain't no fuck. Where you see? Oh, they do got them. Get the. He lied to me, dog. Where you at, man? Big bro, you lied to me, big bro. Come on, Pat, bro. You said I was the only nigga had them hoes. Damn, bro. You cap, Pat. Come on, bro. Why you did me like that? But y'all ain't got the ones that got this fade right here when he was looking at Jordan in the face. It got the fade right there with the two parts on the side. That's on the toe. That go across the toe and you could pick it out. Y'all ain't got them, nigga. You ain't got them. Yeah. Yeah. Can't get them, boy. Them exclusive. Only real. Them bitches ugly. I mean, them bitches so fresh, boy. Look right here, boy. This why I only This why I only rock with Ewans, bro. These the rock. Look at this shit, boy. What do you think Rockefeller got they sign? Look, it's the Rock. It's the Rock. He telling you the only rock Ewans, bro. That's what y'all don't know, bro. Look at these, bro. Y'all niggas don't know, bro. Y'all ain't fresh, bro. Y'all ain't. I don't even care about no Jordans, bro. Ain't no Jordan fresher than this shoe right here, boy. Ain't now Jordan fresher than this shoe right here, boy. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all niggas. Look, boy. Y'all niggas can't dress, bro. Y'all ain't got no fresh ass shoes, boy. Y'all ain't got no fresh ass Ewans, bro. Hold on, bro. Hold on. These niggas think they got. Hold on, bro. See what I'm saying, bro? Y'all niggas ain't fresh, boy. Look. Look at these shoes. What the helly? I got all these, boy. I got all these. I ain't even. Look, boy, you see them yellow and the green, boy. Y'all niggas can't dress, boy. Y'all niggas don't know. Look, boy, these the freshest shoes. You can't tell me these right here ain't the Dion's for real. With the red, with the black, with the gold right there. Them ain't Dion's right there. They're fresher than the Dion's right there, boy. Them bro, y'all niggas ain't, y'all. Green Bay. Where the Green Bay fans at, boy? Look. This is why I fuck with Ewans, bro. They got something for everybody. Look, I'm from New York and never was a fan of the Knicks, but I wear the jersey with these shoes, though. That's what Big L said. I'm from New York and never was a fan of the Knicks. Man, come on, bro. Name me a shoe. Oh, y'all ain't seen these, boy. Y'all ain't even seen these, boy. These the hardest Ewans, boy. The Ace Venturas. That's what they call for real. That bitch say the Ewan, or these the hardest ones, boy. Hold on, boy. Y'all niggas ain't. Boy, boy. Nike stole the 2 straps across the shoe from, man, never mind. I ain't even finna say nothing, bro. Heard that. Okay, opening statements for Alicia trial tomorrow. Heard that. Stephen Edwards say them purple ones hard too. Huh? Which purple ones? Yeah, you right. They hard. I got them bitches. I got every pair. Where them purple ones at? I got them bitches. If they Ewans, I got them, bro. Trust me. I got every pair. I got all these. Oh, them right here? I got them. I got all these, bro. Phoenix, if I get to dropping my Ewans in the sneakerhead tab, bro, it ain't gonna be no more room. I'm gonna break the server. Discord gonna have to shut down because I got too many pair, bro. I'm having too many of them Ewan motherfuckers. You heard? I'm telling you, bro, I'm having Ewans, bro. Like, I got too many them Ewan motherfuckers. Man, listen, bro. Y'all niggas do not want to see me with the fat Patrick Ewing shoe. They really not fat, bro. Just y'all's bony as fuck, bro. Like, ooh, these the hardest ones ever, boy. Y'all ain't even seen me, boy. Oh, they gone. Damn, why they did them like that? That bitch say not even found. Damn. Y'all see these hard motherfuckers. Them bitches so, ooh, wow. Wow, they amazing. So amazing. Look. All right, I'm about to move on, bro. I'm about to move on. I'm sorry, y'all. I just had to show y'all that I'm the freshest YouTuber ever, nigga. Niggas ain't got better steps than me, bro. Niggas ain't stepping like me, bro. Step harder. When I put them Patrick Ewings on, nigga, step harder. When I put them Patrick Ewing shoes on, I step harder. Them big heavy ass shoes make a nigga step harder. Heavy ass Patrick Ewings make a nigga step harder. Shoe built like a boot make a nigga step harder. Cement on the bottom, concrete in the toe, steel toe tennis shoe, step harder. All right, let me see. Mike from the Ville, let me find that real quick. Mike from the Ville says, hold on. Court TV confirmed opening statements for Alicia trial tomorrow. Check the page, bottom of the article they got. Check the page. The home page? Or the actual website? Let me go to their website on my, hold on. All right, let me see. So that means Alicia ain't got no action today. Latest, let me see. Hold on. DNA testing justice, Amber security. Nope. Trial date, nope. Detroit, stepdad. Oh yeah, that guy was found guilty this morning. Okay, is this it here? I don't see it. I don't see it. I'm on the website. I don't see that particular. Maybe hold on, let me see. Regardless, I trust your word. Yeah. That sounds about right. That sounds about right. And if they were to, let's just say they, because if that's what's going on, I'm gonna go ahead and take advantage of that, and I'm gonna end the live in a few minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take advantage of that because I might not get this time after today. Seeing as how, let me see, tomorrow's gonna be the turn up. So, okay. All right, well with that, that's cool. That's actually cool. That's actually cool. Let's see. Let's see if there's any updates with these hearing papers. Let's see if it's any updates with these hearing papers before we get off in this. Oh, man. Hell of an update. I think it's going to be the same. Same shit, yep. Mm-hmm. She owes $50. Judge Michelle Cisco. We already know that. Booking number, citation number. Okay. All right, Alicia. Excuse me. I'm going to take advantage of that. That's good timing, too. Let's see. We at about 2:41, 2 hours and 41 minutes. That's good. Okay. Y'all remember how the last case went, the last trial, especially that Fulio trial. That Queso trial. That was days. This trial is expected to go out to the 31st. Hold on. Let's see something. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see, when did they have, what's the expectations for this trial hearings? I think it was out until the 31st. See, look, they expect this case to go on to the 31st. They don't expect to wrap it up until then, right? That's 10 days. Possible. All right? Hold on, let me put this on the bigger screen. That's 10 days. Excuse me, hearing date. See that? This could be a doozy. This could get crazy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take advantage of this one little day. Oh, check this out. If they happen to pop on a day, I don't care if it's 4:30. If I'm somewhere, I will get home immediately. I'll get to the tent immediately, excuse me. I'll jump in the canoe, go right down the stream so damn fast. Gotta get there, you know? So don't worry, we on it. Excuse me. But it's getting dark early. Y'all already know daylight savings is about to come around. So then we done did 6. We done did everything from 2 to 10 plus hour streams. Y'all already know. I will lock the fuck in. Tired, losing my voice, stomach hurting, hungry, whatever. I will lock in. But if I have a chance to go get some sunlight before that possible lock-in happens, because I might have to possibly lock the fuck in for like 10 days, nigga, I'm going to go and take advantage of this shit. I appreciate y'all. We're gonna get off in this chat before we get up out of here. Hey, Mike DeVille. Hey, Mike DeVille. My friend DeVille say, nigga gonna paddle upstream to get back to the campsite. You already know. I got to get back to the campsite. Shay said, cause we aggravating and you be missing us, dog. That's why I be coming back. I ain't gonna lie. Like, if there was, first of all, I gotta pay bills, so I have to work. There's priorities, right? I wish I could live off of YouTube and being on Twitch and all that shit and TikTok. Oh, follow the Ruminati TikTok account, man. Yeah, I'll catch y'all on Discord, definitely. The Discord link is in the description. Discord link in the description, man. We definitely can hang out on Discord. I got some jokes for some of y'all motherfuckers. Nah, for real, we gonna be chilling though. But yeah, follow the TikTok. I'm working on the Instagram and I have the Twitter as well. Follow the Twitter. Am I active over there? No. Y'all see, y'all growing with me, right? We all growing together, right? So y'all see what we trying to do over here. The team is like, we working, man. I promise you, the social medias are gonna be active. They're not just gonna be stagnant. We're not gonna have them just because they're there. They're gonna have some use, right? And on TikTok, I don't know the rules yet, but I do know I can play music over there. I don't think I can smoke. I like to enjoy marijuana, and sometimes I need it for medicinal reasons. So if I am on TikTok, join. You know, you can do some requests. I'm gonna be over there just playing some music or something, streaming live. I'll probably start that after this trial. I don't want to pick up nothing else yet. Nothing that I have to make sure I dedicate myself to and don't, you know, because and another thing with TikTok, you got to go 45 minutes live for a certain amount of days or some shit like that when you first get the ability to go live. I'm still learning, but anyway, excuse me, long story short. And yeah, in the Discord, we got Mike in there DJing too. That was fire. Mike DJ for us the other day, man. You know, when you, the same way, it's the same as listening to music in your ear, right? Like when you put your earbuds in, you just go on about your day. That's all it is. And shit, you might put in a request, or it might be a quick conversation about the music. You might have a quick debate, but for the most part, the music. I don't know. We doing things over there, man. Movie night. First movie night was a success. The poll is up in the Discord now. Y'all go ahead and vote. Y'all, you could have made suggestions. If you was paying attention, you could have made suggestions and had your movie up there to get voted on. You know what I mean? But whether it's 1 or 1,000 of us, we still gonna be in there doing our thing regardless. But yeah, man, stay tuned, man. We are definitely working. I appreciate every last one of y'all aggravating asses. Y'all so damn aggravating, dog. Hold on, dog. I be having to let y'all know, bro.
Aggravated, bro. Aggravated, dog.
I swear, dog.
There's no way in the world. There's no way. There's no way in the world, dog. There's no way in the world, dog. There's no way in the world, but I can't. Aggravating, bro.
Y'all aggravating, dog.
Aggravate.
Getting colder, colder, cold.
Queso mixtape
And
coming
they
soon.
be over and over, and I swear I can't take no more. Cause it get real in the afterlife. They want me dead, but they can't afford my life. Put a bag on my head, I'ma up the price. Put a bag on my head, I'ma up the price.
on,
Picture
cuz.
me perfect in the booth with the headphones, and I can see dead faces without a headstone. And I don't like to talk to Ace through a jail phone, and I can't feel no more pain. It's like my nerves gone. And every time I just got them shackles, that hurt me. And a lot of niggas changing the vanity.
Hold on, cuz. Y'all ain't feeling, bro, pain, bro. Y'all don't feel that, man. God damn, that Honeycomb Brazy short got 109,000 views. Why didn't they look at the regular video like that, man? Shit, I could have paid the tent rent, motherfucker. Like, why you niggas? Anyway.
Getting colder, colder, cold. And they be over and over. And I swear I can't take no more. Cause it
Get rid of the afterlife. They want me dead, but they can't afford my life. Put a bag on my head, I'ma up the price. Put a bag on my head, I'ma up the price. Picture me perfect in the booth with the headphones, and I can see dead faces without a headstone. And I don't like to talk to Ace through a jail phone, and I can't feel no more pain. It's like my nerves gone. And every time I just got them shackles, that shit hurt me. And a lot of niggas changing the vanity.
What?
I don't know why.
A lot of niggas changing the vanity. Come on, man. A lot of niggas change and abandon me. Y'all aggravating as hell, dog. Aggravating. That nigga might be typing the whole sentence. That shit do be funny as hell, Miss Duval. That nigga. Stephen Edwards said that freestyle is horrendous. Miss Duval said, you gonna talk to Ace through the glass window? Yeah, that nigga, man, look. Larry Law say, aggravated, dog. Ain't no way in the world, dog. It's no way in the world. Every time I hear Queso rap, that shit hurt me. That nigga stupid. Stephen Edwards say, turn that shit off. Miss Duval, and they fuck me over. There's no way in the world, dog. Phoenix 44 say, who all in the committee? Shay said, we appreciate you as well. Nah, man, I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all set the tone. Y'all keep it going. Y'all make putting yourself out there, having an opinion, even just talking about any subject, bro, for any amount of time, being, and don't take this wrong when I say this, I just mean in the grand scheme of the world and who you are to people amongst, like, you know, just not being somebody relevant or known, you know, for somebody to even stop and listen to what you may have to say, whether they agree or disagree. You know what I mean? Y'all make it easy to get out here and do that. You know what I mean? It's just, I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all set the tone. I say that all the time. Long story short, to wrap everything all up, that's everything involved in one, man. Y'all set the tone. No content creator is nothing without the people, bro. I don't give a fuck how good they are, how great they are at creating content. They may be the best graphic designer, the best orator, the best writer, whatever they are. They may have an extensive vocabulary and speak smooth as silk, or they may be the most entertaining and funny. Whatever it is that they possess, it don't matter if nobody supports them. So that's why I say what I say. It's not to take away from people and their talent. There are great people out here, but what is greatness without it being appreciated by somebody else? You know what I mean? Same things like, yeah, you do all your work and hide it from everybody. Don't let nobody see your work, right? You might be great, but don't let nobody see it, though. That nobody ever know. No, get out here and show your work, man. Mike from the oh yeah, we doing the verses too. Oh, hold on. I forgot about the verses. Man, y'all gotta join the Discord. Mike from the video said the oldest to the new shit. We will be doing the verses soon too. Larry Law say from the committee, Mike from the video say, please come to the Discord. We do movie nights. It's a poll up now for Thursday night, and I'm the resident DJ. Phoenix 44 say, catch y'all on Discord for sure. Rumor, ain't you allergic to sunlight? Damn, boy, you trying to say I'm a vampire? I'm about to get on your goddamn bean head ass. I'm about to get on your lima bean, baked bean scalp having ass. What that avatar picture look? Boys, you bald headed in that avatar? What's that nigga name who be blogging on battle rap? Boy, I'm about to get on your ass, boy. What's that battle rap? Serious Jones. Bring your Serious Jones looking ass here, nigga. I'm about to get on this nigga Stephen Edwards. What wrong with you, bro? Shay said, because we aggravating and you be missing us. You already know it. You already know it. I'll be on this motherfucker all day and just chill. get past the subjects and just be in here smoking and talking, bring y'all up, we talk, chop it up, find another subject, go from subject to I would be on this bitch. I would do 10 hours a day if I could. Like if it was like that, I'll be on this bitch probably. However, I'll get something to eat, I'll mute the mic. Y'all don't want to hear a nigga smacking and chewing unless what we doing, a 30-minute ASMR, everybody be quiet and I'ma eat. The fuck? I don't want to do no corny shit like that, but is that corny? Is that corny or is that cool? I don't know. Nigga don't want to be seen. Show you let me just make up a food. A chicken nugget, show you the chicken nugget. Then bite it. Don't say nothing. Like, the fuck? That ain't weird. Or am I just out of the loop? That's not weird. Am I out of the loop? Like, why niggas be wanting to hear people? I don't want to hear nobody smacking in my damn ear. Yeah, eat, but I don't want to, and like, no other noise, and you just. What the fuck is you chewing? Gum, nigga? The fucking camel, llama mouth ad? I don't want to hear that shit. People sipping juice, you hear motherfucking lip. What the fuck is you drinking? Like, I don't want to hear none of that. I might be out the loop. I might be missing some money. Who watch y'all watch ASMR? Y'all watch niggas eat and listen to sounds and shit? Like a person might get a hairbrush and rub the brush up. Let me just grab some, take this can and just. Did somebody type fast in the chat, nigga? Like, what is that? I'm tripping. Phoenix 44 said, hell no, fuck, I look like Dr. J. What happened, bro? You had to fix the blunt? That's what I'm talking about when I hear Dr. J. Oh, you talking about the shoes? Hold on, bro. Y'all not finna talk shit about no motherfucking Ewins, boy. Right from the video say, oh, hell no, no ankle support. Might as well play with your foot in the paper bag with a brick at the bottom. Dog, y'all just not finna disrespect Ewins. Shay said, have you seen the viral video of Lil Dump dancing at YB show? It's a little sus. It ain't a little sus. It's a lot sus. That nigga was twerking. Pause. That nigga was twerking. Stevie Edwards say, you telling me you wouldn't hoop in some Chuck Taylors? Oh, he talking about the Chuck Taylor shoe. Yeah, that's the ones, the bag with the brick. Hell no. You don't love your ankles if you playing Converse. Mike from the Ville said, Shay said, and Converse. Mike from the Ville said, steel toes on the blacktop is the highest of New York activity. Facts. You ain't lying. Mike from the Ville said people will digest any kind of content these days. Man, I'm about to go get me a motherfucking. Say like Whack 100 always eating on his stream. Bro, I ain't gonna lie. That shit, I missed a lot of Whack 100 content, bro, because I couldn't sit there and listen to a nigga smacking like that, bro. And I know, yeah, it might end up doing numbers, but it's like, damn, can I leave and come back, bro? Because I can't just listen to a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, on Pyro, the nigga came in the building. I told the nigga, bitch ass nigga, you ain't never gonna make it. Nigga got mad at me. I'm just saying. The nigga song ain't doing no numbers, bro. I told him if he not gonna do a feature, then he might as well get a job. Paru. Larry Law said, we need a Chinese and Mexican, Cambodian, Guyanese, African, Ukrainian, African, European, Korean. Imagine all these people being in the jury. Will it be fair? I say yes. Damn, that nigga named something. Everybody. Mr. Duval said, Lil Dump was high. Y'all almost took his little sister home. Phoenix 44 say cattle mouth ad. That nigga that's stupid. Smacking loud as fuck eating seafood. I hate that shit, Mike from the Ville say. Mr. Duval, I guess rumor hate mukbangs. That's what that is? Man, I'm about to do a mukbang. I'm about to do a Duval mukbang. I'm going to come to Duval County and do a mukbang with the mask on. Duval mukbang. That's what I'm going to call it. Y'all going to watch it? I'm going to do a members only video when I come to Jacksonville. I ain't popping out or nothing. I ain't popping out. But y'all tell me where to go get the food from. And I'm going to do a Duval mukbang. I'm going to call it that too. Duval mukbang on the stream on the members only channel. I promise I'll do that shit. Y'all got to tell me where to eat though. Y'all got to tell me what food to get. Duval mukbang. Don't nobody steal my fucking shit. Like, you're not from here. You can't have it. Da-da-da. Nigga, I created it. This is proof in court right now. Copyright, trademark, Duval mukbang belongs and was started. Only heard first right here on the Ruminati Network. We using it, goddammit. Like from the Ville says, excuse me, Larry Law says, Mike from the Ville, is one of the jury going to be Chinese? Mike says, you were so tight, I can't feel my feet. Like my nerves gone. Mel says, no, he not a vampire. He had, what, naked move? What that mean? What does that mean, Mills? No, he's not a vampire. He had naked move. Larry Law says, we are the world. We are God's children. These choices we are making, saving lives just to make a better day for you and me. Let's sing, we are the world. That nigga want to sing, we are the world. Looking at. Mike Vanderville said the jury just picked today, no video. Tomorrow at Lil Dre Ginobili. Oh, he talking about, okay. Dre said, what's up with the trial? Shout out Lil Dre Ginobili. They didn't show no video today, so we just rocked out. We finna get up out of here, bro. We will be back first thing in the morning, locked in for the trial. Don't talk about Mel say, I better not. You better not what? Miss Duval with the laughing emojis. Stephen Edwards says, Mike, just for that, you going to have some permanent Ewans on in the afterlife. Damn, that nigga that's stupid. Alicia Andrews finna start singing louder now. Larry Law said, Mike said, you won't see me with them on in the afterlife. Oh, that's why he said that you going to have on a pair. Damn, the shoes is ugly, ugly, and I swear I can't take no more. Them shoes is ugly, ugly, and I swear I can't take no more. Stephen Evans say, Mike, come on, dawg. You got some Ewans. Larry Law said, everybody know the lyrics to that song. Boy, the nigga got a hit. We done made it a hit for real. We done gave that nigga a hit low key. We done gave that nigga a hit low key now. Yo, big homie Slim, he said, yo, what up, Rumor? What up, chat? Big homie, man. He said, damn, I missed the live. It's all good, big homie. Shit, you can jump in the Discord if you want to. We finna get up out of here, but shit, we chilling though. We chilling. Miss Duval said, you gotta eat seafood. Facts, I do that. I eat some seafood. Steve Edwards said, I mukbang on some chitlins. I ain't doing that. Larry Law said, smacking, I'm gonna be like, where's your table manners? Facts. Phoenix say, sup, big homie, we on our way out. Yeah, we finna get up out of here, big bro. Hope everything going good for you, don't know what I'm talking about. Mike Vanderville said, big homie Slim. Trial actually starts tomorrow, but yeah, you missed it right here. Man, it's all good. Shit, I know bros handling that business, so shit, you ain't missed nothing but a little laughs, but we always got some more of them to talk about. Mike Vanderville said, it's a nigga selling some shit called Smackaroni. I dare you to eat that shit. Smackaroni? What that is? Macaroni with a smack? With like smack in it? Heron or something? Heron-aroni. Hey, can I have some of that Heron-aroni? Smack. Let me tell you something, Smack Man. Remember they used to call a nigga Smack Man back in the day when they were selling drugs on them old TV shows? That's what Smackaroni. And what, a nigga gonna hit you? You want some of that macaroni? Now it's Smackaroni because I just smacked the shit out you for buying my macaroni. Oh, seafood macaroni. It's just the S for seafood. My dumb ass. Sorry, y'all. Oh, some smackaroni. He said, I dare you to eat that shit. I'll try it. The smackaroni in Duval. Larry Law says, I'm looking at the picture of Alicia Andrews. She look like she's going to get a whooping, and she's going to tell on everybody. That smacker, I'll try that shit. Stephen Edwards said that shit sound fire. Larry Law say, Lil Mama did it. Where you at, dog? Man, you know Lil Mama work at night. So a lot of time during the day, shit, she probably just be getting, like, she either stay up with us or, like, if we rock out late, she'll pop in. But right now, she probably out because, you know what I'm talking about? Or she just handling her business, nigga. She'll be back. Stephen Edwards say, Lobster Mac be busting. Mike from the Village, Stephen Edwards, that shit is trash, buddy, selling seafood hockey pucks. Man, I'm going to try it. That shit fell out the container in one piece, didn't break or nothing. Noodles and all. I don't know about that one, bro. I need a clean batch. Hold on. This the thing. I don't want to eat, no disrespect to Smack-A-Roni. I don't want to eat from nobody's house. Okay? I don't want to eat from nobody's house. No disrespect to anybody. I don't know the cleanliness of your house. I know restaurants can be dirty and they may not all get inspected, but I have a higher chance of, I'd rather just go to a restaurant, possibly a food truck, possibly, but I don't want no food that somebody is making from home and like selling plates out of their trunk or their side door or window at the crib, or hey, call me, I'll come drop it off. No disrespect to anybody. I don't want that kind of food. I don't. I like a place with some type of regulations. I don't, whatever. I don't know what you're doing at your house. I don't know your level of cleanliness. Of course, we don't know this when we're dealing with people in restaurants, but there's still some type of management who may be nasty. We don't know, but I'm at least give the illusion of organization, of management, of standards. So no disrespect to Smack-A-Roni. I don't want nothing from nobody's house. So I wouldn't try that. Okay, before we get up out of here, let me read these last few chats. Stephen Edwards say, Dizam. Yeah, that Fitty say, oh no, that shit sound like it hurt to chew. Bro, I'm not fucking with that. It's from somebody's house anyway, so I wouldn't, you know what I mean? It's a little, maybe I'd take like a baked cookie or something, but no, then you might put some, I don't know, bro. It's a lot of, I don't know. Maybe I'm being too. Anyway, Lil Dre Ginobili said, are you rooting for justice for Fulio, or do you understand the streets and understand Fulio wasn't innocent and deserved to die to a lot of people? That's a loaded question, Dre Ginobili, because what you're doing, you're not allowing somebody to answer without an idea already being put into their head. You should have left it at, are you rooting for justice for Fulio? That's simple enough. And if you wanted to, or you could have, right. You see, like the deserve to die comment that he said, no, I'm not saying anything about nobody deserved to die. What I would say is, let these people do their job. That's my thing, is to let it play out. Okay, what I'm rooting for here is I'm rooting for whatever the evidence calls for. What I can't do, I'm not God. I can't say who's right or wrong and who deserves to die and who doesn't. So when you ask me a loaded question like that, my answer to you would be, why would you ask a question with an answer already attached to the back of it that would show that you would have an opposing view or a combative view if I were to say something otherwise? It's kind of like you're trying to back somebody in the corner. You either agree with this and you a real nigga, or, you know what I'm saying? So be careful how you ask questions if you want honest answers and you really want to converse with somebody and have an honest, open, upfront dialogue. Then be careful the way that you word your questions. Lil Dre said, my bad, was just trying to get your perspective. No, bro, it ain't, I don't take no offense to it. I'm just, like, if you want to get somebody's actual perspective, you know, leave it open without any type of insinuations, and you'll get their full, you'll more than likely get their full answer, you know? But let's say I was a go along, get along person, right? And I read your question out, and I just go along to get along and say, oh, in the part that you said at the end, oh, he deserved whatever because of the life he lived and the choices he made and all, it's not on me. My perspective is I don't feel like I'm not to say who deserves to die or not if they're not doing. Yeah, I might get mad and be like, oh, kill that nigga. Like if we talking about somebody who does a sex crime or even like this Keon King person, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I'm not God. And when everybody who is supposedly holy and of God and all this other stuff, this is where I kind of question y'all. I question religion and how serious people are about it because they pick and choose. Because if you're supposed to be godly and God-like, and God allows everybody the opportunity to be forgiven, then how can we wish death and, wish, who are we, literally, who are we to judge? And that's why I don't claim no religion, because I'll switch up depending on, I'll be like, man, free everybody. Then the case come up like this Keon shit. I'm like, man, put that nigga under the jail. You know what I mean? So it's like, for me, it's a case-by-case basis. Do I understand what went on in the whole Fulio case? I do. Was it probably maybe expected with that type of life that they live? Yes. Do I feel like any of them deserve to die? I honestly can't answer that question because I don't love the people who have died. I just know that these guys are menaces, and these men and women are menaces and a detriment to society, and I don't think they need to be roaming freely, But that's about as far as I take it, respectfully. You know what I mean? I hope you can respect that. Like, it's not on me to call for life or death, especially, I don't know who affected who, how, I don't know. Because I don't know what I'll do. I could sit here one day and be like, yeah, I'll never do that. That's not worth it, and da-da-da. Then something might happen to somebody I love, and I might flip a whole nother switch. Or the exact opposite. I might think that I would flip that switch, and yeah, I'm going to do that, and then something happened, and I'm just like, I don't know. Bro. Just like, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna move on. We're gonna get up out of here, bro. See, I can ramble. It's nothing to 10 hours. What? Pish posh. But it's nothing to remember that police officer, the white lady that killed the son. She walked in the apartment and shot the lady's son, and the mother and I think the brother hugged the lady. For me, I couldn't understand. I'm like, how the fuck y'all hugging this bitch that? And she was like, God forgives you, God loves you, or something she told him. I'm like, no, bitch, we hate you. You deserve to die. But her son is dead, and she is like embracing the lady and forgiving her and praying for the lady. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. That's I just hope I'm never in that situation where I gotta choose. But anyway, we're gonna get up out of here, man. We're gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna read these last few chats. We're gonna get up out of here. Mike from the field say, a lot of Duval food be home cooked, quote unquote. All these people selling plates, aka leftovers, in to-go boxes. Nah, I don't want none of that. Y'all gotta point me to the right shit. Now, Phoenix 44 shit can be used as a weapon. Phoenix say that's sad. Mike from the field said deserve to die. You forcing the answer, asking questions like that. Larry Law says if they have a good reputation, I will eat house cooked food. Mike from the field said I understand the streets and I know Fulio wasn't innocent and still thinks and still think he ain't deserved to die. But I will say he made it easy for people to not feel sorry in his death. That's a fact. I agree with that as well. I do understand people not. I do, and that's a great point to make. I do understand people not feeling sorry about it. To an extent, I do even understand you wanting to retaliate, but that don't make it right. That don't mean I'm walking around because I understand it. Don't mean that it's correct or it's the right thing to do. You know what I mean? Larry Law says I had a friend that was cooking food from the house and was selling it. It was good. Well, we'll have to find out. Lil Dre Ginobili. Oh, he said, oh, nah, bro. And I appreciate you, Lil Dre. It was a good, it's actually a decent question. There was nothing really wrong with the question. It was just dialogue etiquette. That's all, bro. But I definitely appreciate you. Even being man enough for the my bad was just trying to get your perspective. I appreciate that even more. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you. That's man shit. You know what I mean? I respect you for that, bro. Mike from the Ville says, Larry Law, I had a honey dripper one time. It tastes like the fridge it came out of. What's a honey dripper? Them ice cups? Stephen Edwards said, Charleston White said it best. He worked hard to get. Wow. Yeah, he did say that. Larry Law, Mike from the Ville, LOL. Stephen says, I choose to be non-religious because I don't believe none of that ish. Larry Law says, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. You eat too much, it's a chance you will get fat. Facts. Mike from the Ville said, Fulio made fun of too many deceased people for people not to choose, for people not close to him to mourn him. That's a fact. I can understand that. I definitely can understand that. But y'all, we gonna get up out of here. We going to chop it up in the Discord. Let me get out of the live stream. I'm going to chop it up right now. Let me just put my account over there. I'm gonna be in chop it up. I'm about to get off, get some of this sunlight. Make a few phone calls, smoke some weed, relax. And get back to the content as well. It's not just chilling. Not just because we off stream don't ever mean we off. There's always work to do. There's numerous things to be done. Y'all gonna see. But much love to y'all. Lil Dre Ginobili says, how we join Discord? Go to the description box and you'll see the Discord link right there, Dre. If you go ahead and do it now, I'll give it a second just to make sure you made it in. If you have time. If you have time. All right, for sure. Checking some. All right. Let's see. Damn it. There you go. All right, Dre, I hope you made it to the Discord, brethren. All right. Dre, I hope you made it to the Discord. Fam, we finna get up out of here. We about to go get some of this sunlight while it's still sunlight. Much love to y'all, man. The most aggravating chat in the game, but also the most appreciated chat in the world, man. Thank y'all. Go ahead, y'all join the Discord. Hit that poll in the movie section, and see what movies we still got till Monday for their movies. All right, y'all vote for these movies, man. Get the movies voted on. We'll see y'all later. Mike from the Ville says he can't find it. Oh, he can't. Hold on. Just in case he can't find it. Let me see. I'm going to put it in the chat real quick. No, he in there. No, he done made it. What's up with it, Drake? All right, for sure. You got something you wanted to say about the content, or you was just chilling?
No, I'm really just figuring out how this shit work for the first time. I ain't got nothing, but if we gonna be in here, I'm in here.
All right, for sure. Yeah, go. We gonna leave this room right here, and we gonna hold on. Where we at? Yeah, we gonna leave this room. We gonna go to the. This is for the live stream only. It's a room at the bottom. You see all the shit on the side. Go down the chill spot. It's a voice room called Chop It Up. Shit. Once I end the stream, we gonna fall off in there.
Oh, this is my first time on this shit, but is it like everything on the home screen?
Yeah. When you just leave out of, you see at the top where you can leave out of the live stream voice channel.
Yeah, I see that.
All right, leave out of there. You should see all the different categories.
This one, you said.
Yeah, you should see like entertainment, news, court cases, sports, lifestyle, and chill. You see it?
I'm really trying to figure out what you need me to. You said leave this chat right here, right? That I'm on, this call right here.
Oh no, yeah, it's easy. Just go down to chill spot. You see the category that says chill spot?
I'm on the home page right now. I'm not seeing that.
The home page?
Yeah, I'm on the home page right now. I'm looking for chill spot, but I don't see nothing say chill spot. I'm looking right now though.
What's on the home page? Let me see. Let me see if I can send you hold on. How I do this? Hold on, let me see if I can send you an invite. No, it's all good.
You could go that first, but I'll get it once I learn it.
No, it's all good, bro. It's all good. We gonna figure it out. I'm still learning myself, so that's why I don't know how to direct you from there to here. So I'm gonna just send you an invite. Okay. Okay, well, this is what we gonna do. I'm gonna go on mute, and I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream, and we'll get this figured out. I'm for everybody else that's watching, we in the chill spot. I got one account in the chill spot. I got one account in the live stream. We about to help Dre figure it out. I'm gonna go on mute, y'all. Thanks, Mills. Hey, much love to y'all. Super duper salute to y'all, man. Join. How we do that? Go. Smiley jumped in there too. Okay, y'all go ahead. Get on the Discord. We about to chop it up. You know what I mean? We about to let's chop this Fable. Fable, I got you, nigga. Remix. Hey, I said I'm hiding the boy. Hold on, boy. Don't let me get started. I'll be on this bitch another 15, 20. I shoot a nigga dead and they thought I fell off, but I don't see how. Hold on, but excuse me. Shout out to y'all. Stephen Edwards, super duper salute. Mike from the Ville said he can't find it. Okay, we all caught up. We all caught up. Man, thank y'all. Y'all so aggravating. I appreciate y'all. Much love. Hope y'all got that good energy for the rest of the day. Go out there and accomplish whatever it is y'all set out to accomplish and more. You know what I'm talking about? Go out there and excel, exceed whatever your expectation was, man. But Like my bro say, I reserve the right to be wrong, but that's only because there's room for human error. I might make a mistake, but I never do tell you something wrong intentionally. And I also identify as a multimillionaire. They got to give us a cash register if they gave them a bathroom. We gonna work on it in the meantime till they put some respect on it. But other than that, man, super duper salute to y'all. This is the Illuminati Network. We are out of here. Let's go.